92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Stephanie is on the phone with us, and she wants to do a second date update today to call a guy who she met in what I could only describe as hell on earth. I'm talking about a candle shop.
You don't
If
like
there
those?
is a hell, it smells like a candle shop. I can tell you that.
No
You talk
cinnamon
about
bun?
an instant headache. I can't stand in those places without wanting to vomit from all of the scents from the candles. But anyway, that's where she met the guy that she wants to call today. Hey, Stephanie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm okay. I'm just having PTSD thinking about having stood in a candle shop before.
Oh, come on.
And pretty amazing that you picked up on a guy in a candle shop. What men are in those things?
I actually thought the same thing. I kind of noticed him. I was a little curious what he was doing there, too. And, I got to say, he looks pretty clueless. He was kind of looking at the candles and smelling them and making faces that I'm sure you're making right now.
So is he a candle enthusiast, or was he just...
No, I don't think so. Like I said, he seemed very out of place and kind of shy. So I decided to kind of go over and just see if he needed some help.
Nice move.
Yeah. We started talking, and he said he was trying to buy a candle for his mom.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was so sweet, right?
Do you think this guy is just trolling candle shops and making up a story about his mom
Yeah,
the whole
just
time?
looking for women.
It's pretty smart.
Well, I guess it kind of works, but no, really though, I helped him pick out a candle, and he went and bought it, and we both left the store, and that was it. He didn't ask me out or anything.
Oh.
But when he left, I was actually thinking that I thought he was pretty cute, and maybe it was a missed opportunity. And then actually a half an hour later, we ran into each other at another store in the mall. And
In the bedding section of somewhere. You're just like, dude, this guy's buying candles and comforters. It's just a domesticated dude.
surprisingly not, no.
Okay.
At this point, I kind of realized, why not just go for it. I was a little nervous, and I don't do this a lot, but I basically asked him if he wanted to hang out again.
That's awesome.
Oh, so you asked him out.
Yeah, I asked him. I know,
Nice.
It's a little forward, but why not? Sometimes you gotta, make moves for yourself, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked
Yeah.
because he seemed excited about that, and we exchanged numbers.
I just picture this guy calling his friends after, like, oh my God, you guys, I was shopping for candles, and then this really cute girl totally asked me out.
Oh my
So
God.
funny.
What'd you guys do for your date?
Well, I texted him first and asked him if he wanted to meet up, and he said yes. So I ended up choosing a restaurant to go to.
Okay, so you guys did a full-on dinner.
We did dinner, and we ended up meeting. It was a Friday night. I picked a restaurant that it had a nice feel to it, but wasn't over the top or not, crazy expensive or anything. It was moderate. We had a great time. The conversations were great, and it went a little longer than I kind of expected. So the next thing I knew, we had been at the restaurant for a little over 2 hours.
Well, but a lot of times that's a
Whoa.
good thing on a date,
Yeah.
right? You're like, oh my God, we've been talking forever.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It must mean that it's because we were just talking and we lost track of time because we were having a good time.
And it wasn't just you talking, right?
No, he definitely had his time to talk to.
Okay.
I allowed him to speak
Yeah.
at certain points.
But I thought that, maybe the night would progress. Maybe he'd come over, or maybe it would just be, to figure out when we would want to get together again. I don't know. But by the end of the night, he seemed a little, maybe like something else was on his mind, or he was a little upset or a little agitated.
What was he doing to make you feel that way?
When you can tell you're looking at someone and you can tell that they're looking back at you, but in the back of their mind, they're not with you. By
Right.
the end of the night, I just kind of got that feeling. And he wasn't talking as much. I was doing much more of the conversation. And
Maybe he was thinking about some potpourri he had to pick up or something to go along with his candles.
no, I don't know. He kind of left it at that. And by that time, we were pretty much done with dinner. We said goodbye. We hugged, and that was it.
And he made no mention of seeing you again.
No, honestly, I expected to maybe get a text from him. If not that night, then at least maybe the next day. But now it's been a while, and I haven't heard from him even once.
No candle recommendations from him?
No candles.
Nothing.
No.
Interesting. All right, well,
No.
we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Stephanie is on the phone with us, and today she wants to call a guy that she met in what I like to refer to as the land of the zombie boyfriends. Talking a candle shop. Candle shops, craft stores, Target on a Sunday afternoon. You see nothing but just dead-eyed boyfriends following their girlfriends around, waiting for death's sweet release. It's one of the worst places you could ever possibly be.
Oh my God, that's such an accurate description.
But this guy actually doesn't have a girlfriend. He was just shopping for a candle for his mom, and they struck up a conversation, and she ended up asking him out. They went out to dinner, had some decent conversations. She says at the end of the date, he seemed a little distant, gave her a hug, and then walked out of her life forever. She hasn't heard a word from him. Are you ready to give him a call, Stephanie?
Yeah, let's do it.
And you really want to go out with this guy again?
I do. That I really felt like we had an instant connection, and I really couldn't tell you why he hasn't responded. It's very strange to me.
Okay.
You want to date this guy so that you can make him your boyfriend, and then you can drag him to the candle store.
And then he can buy candles for me.
Yeah, see,
Go,
look
he'll be
at
dragging her.
Candle Man.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial his phone number right now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to please?
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Wait. What?
Have you heard of Brooke and Jubal in the morning? It's a radio morning show.
No.
Oh, cool. Well, that's who we are.
Hey.
Okay.
Do you want to know why I'm calling you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out on a date with a girl named Stephanie. And Stephanie said she had a great time and then emailed us because you haven't been responding to her phone calls or text messages. So I said, hey, let's get on the phone and find out why he doesn't like you.
Oh, no.
Do you have a few minutes to talk to us about your date with Stephanie?
He's shocked.
I guess, but I'd rather not.
And you are an honest person, aren't you?
You can just give us a little bit of information. She's just really confused.
Yeah.
Can you just tell her that I made a mistake and I'm really sorry?
What kind of mistake did you make? You buy the wrong candle at the candle store? She told us about how you guys met.
Okay, I'll talk to you, but you have to promise to not use my name.
Whoa.
Okay,
Oh.
I promise you we will beep out your name.
Okay. Okay.
All right? So what's the issue?
Um,
Did you even like her?
yeah, she was cool.
Okay. I like the pause before you said cool. It's like, she's, I think, okay.
Yeah, no.
No?
No. Oh, she was cool. This is my bad. This is my fault. It's not hers.
Well, that's
Okay,
good
so
news.
she didn't do anything wrong.
No. I did something wrong, and she's great.
Whoa, okay.
So what did you do wrong then?
Okay, I'm going to tell you, but it's going to sound really bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It's going to sound bad, but it's not bad.
Whoa.
Usually means it's bad.
Like, I didn't ask her out. Like,
Right.
I ran into her later, and she asked me out.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's never happened to me with someone just, like, I've never had someone ask me out. So I don't know. But I have a girlfriend.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
You have a girlfriend, but you went on a date with her.
What? Yeah, she came with me to the candle shop, and she started talking to me, and that was weird. And
It's weird for a girl to talk to you?
yeah, that never happens.
Oh, sweetheart.
I just panicked, and I told her I was there to get a candle for my mom.
So you lied because you liked the female attention you were getting from her.
That sounds right. I was there shopping for my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Oh, so the candle wasn't for your mom at all.
No,
Oh, man.
Okay, but why'd you agree to go on a date with her if you had a
I
girlfriend?
didn't. She didn't ask me out there. We ran into each other again, and then she asked me out, and I just, again, was so floored by it that I said yes.
Okay, but you couldn't have said, I'm sorry, thank you very much, but I have a girlfriend?
I suppose I could have said that.
But you didn't.
I did not.
And even after, like, there was plenty of opportunity for you to text later and said, I'm sorry, I was so flattered. I'm not single.
You know, I thought I might tell her, and then things just got busy, and I just didn't.
I don't know how many times that has happened to me. It's always a good excuse, too, when you tell your girlfriend, like, why were you out with another girl? Oh, man, she asked me out, and then things got busy, and I couldn't turn it down.
It was a really bad idea. I don't know why I did it, but we went out, and I could barely eat more than like 2 bites because I felt so guilty the whole time. It was just...
She did say that when you guys were out, you seemed a little distant. I'm assuming it's probably because you were thinking about what you were doing.
A little distant.
Yeah, I was thinking about my girlfriend.
And cheating on her?
I didn't cheat on her. We didn't do anything. We just went out to dinner and nothing happened.
I think going on a Friday night date with somebody else is kind of considered cheating.
It wasn't a Friday night. It was just...
I don't think it matters what day of the week it was on. You still went out. It could have been a Tuesday night. You still went out to dinner with somebody else.
What?
And why did you never come clean afterwards when she was texting you and wanted to see you again?
I was going to text her back
But why didn't you?
because I just figured, I had a girlfriend, so just ghost out.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you can't completely cut her out of your life just yet because she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation right now.
What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Stephanie?
Are you serious right now? You're in a What were you thinking? I'm bored.
sorry.
I don't even know what to say.
It's my fault. It is not your fault. I'm so sorry.
I don't care. You went out to dinner with me. That's a date. You didn't even think about how it would make me feel?
Nope. No, I'm sorry.
He's honest.
Oh, my gosh.
You didn't think about anything.
Yeah, no. I just said yes to the date and then went out and realized, oops, I made a mistake.
Boy, I wouldn't do that again. I am so sorry. You were great.
Wow.
You were cool.
You were cool. Somebody really should date you.
How dare you?
If I was single, man, you're great.
Is there any chance of you being single? How long have you been in your relationship that you're in?
3 years.
Wow. Is this the first?
Wow, I feel sorry for her.
Is this the first time you've been out with another woman since you've been in your 3-year relationship?
This was the first time a woman's ever asked me out. So I said yes for some reason.
No idea why I said
That's
yes.
the answer you have to
Yeah,
say.
I mean, I kind of feel you a little bit, but you still should have told her you have a girlfriend.
Do you, want out of your relationship and you're just trying to look for a way to end it?
No, and honestly, going out with her made me realize how much I love my girlfriend, even more.
Oh, come on.
You,
I'm sorry.
you hear that, Stephanie? You helped save a relationship, I think.
Aw.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well-
Is there any signs that he had a girlfriend, at all?
No.
You should have known when he was in a candle shop right off the bat. You should have never talked to him.
I guess I can't trust men anymore, ever.
No. Just dudes in candle shops. Can never trust them. I would love to ask you if you'll go on a second date with Stephanie. We'll pay for it.
No. A second, are you really? No.
I'm
thank
asking,
you.
not you, Stephanie.
Yes.
Deborah, you were great. If I was single, holy man, I would so go out on a date with you, but still not,
Wow. Wow.
So no second date.
Are you going to tell your girlfriend about this?
though. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Come on. You're a better liar than that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
If you're a fan of the second date updates, you know I always ask this question in the first part of the second date update. I always say, is there anything that you can think of that went wrong on the date? Most people can't think of anything, but the guy who emailed us today knows exactly what went wrong on his first date. He hit on the waitress while he was out with the girl that he was out with.
What?
Yeah, kind of a big mistake there. Tommy, how you doing?
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was just she was pretty. She had very pretty eyes.
Yeah. In other words, Tommy.
I think it's good to let people know that they look good and that makes them feel good.
In other words, you hit on the waitress. I mean, no matter what, if I'm out with someone and then they like compliment on her hair, maybe, but to go, you have nice eyes.
Yeah.
I did compliment her on her hair too.
Oh, well then to
Not
go all the
making
way
it
with it.
better.
But that's the reason she's not calling you back, right? Because you hit on the waitress.
I feel terrible if that's what she thinks I was doing.
And what did she do after you made that comment?
She was looking at the waitress.
Okay.
That's
but
probably the wrong.
did her tone change? I mean, I don't mean physically did she react to it, but did the tone of the date change?
I don't think so. It didn't seem that way.
Are you a guy who likes to give a lot of compliments? Had you complimented her a lot that evening prior to the waitress incident?
I did give her many compliments, I'm sure.
Well, that's
Maybe
good.
too many.
Just a compliment
many.
slut
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, you got to make people work for it a little bit there, Tommy.
Third date at least.
And where was it that you guys met?
We met on an online dating site.
Okay.
We talked for a couple of weeks. Then I finally got a new job, and I wanted to celebrate, so I asked her to come out with me, and she said yes.
And you guys met at the restaurant?
Yeah, we met, and she blew me away when I saw her walk through the door. She was amazing.
That's
She
awesome.
actually looked like the picture online.
She looked better than her picture. Yeah.
Having done a lot of online dating, I can tell you that's not usually the
It's
case.
actually rare. It's very rare. It's like you went out with Bigfoot.
Yeah, I think I had gotten lucky.
So, is that all you guys did on your date? Just go to the restaurant?
No, that was it. We just had the restaurant, did a little walk through town. We really did have a great time, I think.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did the date end?
After the dinner, I paid for the date, and I was walking it to her car, having a good time, laughing. I move in for a kiss, and she gives me her cheek.
So she actually shut you down for a kiss.
Oh.
I think so, but we had a good time. I'm not sure.
So you're not positive that she gave you the cheek on purpose, or you think it was an accident that you kissed her on the cheek?
It could have been an accident. Who knows?
All right. Sort of like I could have been hitting on the
Yeah,
waitress.
maybe.
Who knows? A lot of mixed signals. Did you guys make plans to go out again?
I was hoping that was what was going to happen. I told her that I would contact her, and I tried a couple of times, sent her a text, gave her a call, and haven't heard back from her.
And you're being totally transparent with us about the waitress situation. You didn't like grab her number on the side at some point.
No, come on, no, I wouldn't do that.
It was just an innocent, you have nice eyes comment.
Yeah,
So this whole thing boils down to you saying that the waitress was pretty. That's it?
that's the only thing I can think of, because everything was great up to that point.
So how long has it been since the last day you tried to contact her?
About a week.
All right.
So that's why I emailed you guys, and I figured maybe you guys could help me out.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Sounds good.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Tommy is on the phone with us, and today he wants us to call a girl named Laura. They met online, went out for dinner. The thing that he thinks went wrong during dinner is that he complimented the waitress. And that's when he thinks her mood kind of changed about him, which is understandable. He admitted that he complimented her hair and eyes. Tommy, you didn't go into anything else, any more detail with her that you're not telling us, did you? Like, you didn't go like, hey, nice ass. You know what I mean? While she was walking away or anything.
Oh, definitely not.
Definitely
no, I
not.
wouldn't do that. I'm not an idiot.
So it's just hair and eyes. That's all you complimented on the waitress in front of your date. And that's what you think could have gone wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it could have been anything else.
I didn't ask, was the waitress uncomfortable by your compliments?
No, she smiled. She didn't seem uncomfortable at all. No.
Okay,
Okay.
so everything seemed normal. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get Laura on the phone and find out if you being attracted to the waitress is what ruined your date.
I wasn't hitting on her. It was just an innocent
All
compliment.
right, whatever you say, Tommy.
okay.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Laura, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Laura, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you guys calling me from the radio?
Yes, we are.
Hey, Laura.
Hey.
Any idea why I'm calling you?
No. Should I know?
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's basically if you go out on a date with somebody and they end up blowing them off, they email us to get you on the phone and ask why. So you recently went on a date with somebody who listens to our show.
Oh, okay.
Things just got
You
serious.
get it now. His name is Tommy, and Tommy told us a little bit about your date, but he also told us that you're not calling him back, and he was wondering if he did something wrong.
He's a really nice guy.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's always a bless her heart, but
He's a nice guy, but what, Laura?
I just can't take him seriously.
You can't take him seriously? Why is that?
The date just didn't go as well as he may have thought it did.
Laura, he told us about your date. He said that he complimented the waitress during your date, and he thinks that might have turned you off. Maybe it felt like he was actually hitting on somebody else while he was out on a date with you.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Really?
So that did bother you. Okay.
Wow.
It was kind of made me feel like maybe he was like looking to date somebody else while he was
Right.
on a date with me.
Is that what you mean by you couldn't take him seriously?
No, maybe he's just a really nervous person. Like, it started off and he like ordered wine for us, which was a nice gesture, and he was trying to order Pinot Grigio, but he like ordered it Peanut Gregario or something.
really, oh, poor guy.
Right. I'll have the peanut noir.
Yeah. Was he trying to be funny? I mean, was that just a joke that didn't go over very well?
No,
Okay.
he just ordered it, and I tried to hold in my laugh.
Oh my gosh.
So he didn't know he was being funny, but he was being very funny to you.
I don't know. I don't want to be like snobby or anything, but I think he might be like outside his realm of culture or something. Like,
By going to a restaurant?
I mean, it's Pinot Grigio. Like,
So was that it, though? I mean, the mispronunciation of Pinot Grigio and the hitting of the waitress.
Hitting on the
Hitting
waitress.
on.
That's a good
Clarify.
It's a good
Normally if a guy
clarification.
beats
That's an
up a
important
waitress
one.
on a date, probably not going to get a second date. So are you saying that he's a little more like, hey, supersize that, then go out to dinner and order a bottle of wine kind of guy, and you're into a classier type of dude?
yeah, because it just, like, our conversation was interesting. You know, he had just gotten a new job, and he was talking about that, but he said his first adult paycheck was going to go for him to get cryogenically frozen,
What?
you know?
what?
So he was telling me about that.
Everything you just said right there is really strange to me. I'm going to go ahead and pick that apart. His first adult paycheck, he said that?
Yeah.
He's an adult, right? When I talked to him, he sounded like an older guy.
Grown man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he
Weird.
explain that? Has he been living at home? Has he been working, I don't know, a part-time job?
I didn't get a chance to ask him because he was so excited about what he was putting it towards, and went into the whole thing about technology, and he's going to put his money into this so that he can be frozen, and then
Yeah.
one day they'll be able to put him back.
I support him on that, Laura. I actually think that's kind of an awesome idea, the cryogenic thing, but I can see
weird.
how that would sound a little weird to you.
It's totally weird.
Yeah, it was just too weird for me. I didn't want to have a second date.
Okay, well, at least don't you wish that Tommy would know how to pronounce the name of the wine that he was trying to order while he was on your date? Why don't you tell him how to pronounce it because he's actually on the phone listening?
Hey, Laura.
Oh my God.
How you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't obviously know you were listening.
Well, I was, and as far as being cryogenically frozen, it is a proven pathway to eternal life.
Tommy, I'm with you on the cryogenic thing,
Oh
man.
my
I just want to
gosh,
let
you
you know I
guys.
am 100% behind you on that. That's an exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's just weird for me. I mean,
Well, science is weird to stupid people sometimes.
Oh my gosh, Tommy.
Jeez, Tommy.
You don't even name call, dude.
No, I wasn't calling you stupid. I was just saying that that happens
see,
sometimes.
this is exactly it. You don't know how to talk to people. Like, you don't even realize it. Like, you just called me stupid, and you have no idea.
I didn't call you stupid. I said the idea of what you think is stupid.
What?
It's getting worse.
Okay, that might be in your brain. Like, that might be what you're thinking, but that's not what you're saying. So you have to...
My brain, you're not in my brain.
What?
If you were in my brain, you would know that cryogenically freezing yourself is a viable way to live forever.
Oh, my God.
I think maybe you should freeze yourself right now.
Tommy,
I
Why don't you
might.
just
Maybe
cut
I
that
will.
now?
And then I'll come dance on your grave.
Wowza.
Tommy,
Wow.
are you just feeling a little hurt, Tommy, that she said that you weren't the brightest
Yeah.
guy and that you were kind of weird?
I'm a little hurt.
Okay.
I'm a little hurt.
Are you attacking her and you know that you are?
I'm not knowingly attacking her, no.
It sounds like you
You
are.
are, Tommy.
Wow,
No,
that was
no.
pretty knowing.
No, I didn't know. No, I didn't know I was hitting on the waitress. Cryogenically freezing yourself is smart, and I didn't realize that you were too dumb to get that.
Wow.
You're calling me dumb? You don't even know how to say Pinot Grigio. It's not Pinot Gregario.
I do know. I know how to say it. I could say it right now if I wanted to.
If I wanted
Let's hear
to.
it, Tommy. How do you say the name of that wine?
Yeah.
No, I don't have to. I don't have anything to prove. I know I'm smart. I don't have anything to prove to any of you.
Wow, Tommy.
Well, I always do this at the end of the second dates. I think I know the answer on both of your part now. But Laura, would you like to go out with Tommy again? I will pay for a second date for you guys.
I'll answer for her. No.
Oh.
I know it's a no.
Wow, that's the first thing you've gotten right.
Well, Laura, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks for being honest with us about why you didn't want to go out with Tommy again.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good one.
You too.
Tommy,
Yeah.
don't take this the wrong way, but you do sound a little condescending talking to her.
No, I'm not condescending. I'm just smarter than her.
Okay. All right. Well, hit me up about the cryogenic stuff because I'm actually really interested in that, okay?
Where to go and what to do? How to do it, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of places online that do cryogenically.
Okay,
freezing.
just
I don't
email.
actually want to
we
know.
don't
Yeah,
need
just
it.
email me. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from a guy who says this might be the most horrifying thing to ever happen on a first date.
That's intense.
That's a big promise to make
Yeah.
for one of these. So, I don't know. Did he accidentally go to a boy band concert? Or did his vanilla latte have soy milk instead of almond milk?
No.
I mean, I could only imagine if that happened to me. It'd take me years to get over it and be open to dating again.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
we'll see what it is with one of our listeners named Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing all right. I'm really grateful that you guys are so willing to help me.
Okay, it sounds like you're working against destiny right now.
Possibly. I'm open to you telling me the truth.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
Okay.
So what's the name of the woman that you want to call today? Is her name
Her
Destiny?
name is Caroline.
Caroline.
Close, Jeffrey. Very
Almost.
close. How'd you meet her? How'd you meet Caroline?
We met at a barbecue through mutual friends. We were hanging out, and it's a nice little barbecue, and she's just a lovely person. I mean,
Aw.
first time I saw her, like, I couldn't put my finger on it, but she kind of looked like the sister of a celebrity, you know? Like, she had, like...
Did you
That is a funny thing. I've never heard anyone use that before.
Did you tell her that?
I kept that to myself because
Okay.
I didn't want to make her feel self-conscious in any way, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Whoa, you look like Jennifer Aniston's sister. That doesn't sound right.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So is this the date? Is the barbecue the
No.
date?
So we hit it off there. We wound up exchanging numbers.
Where'd you guys go? What'd you do?
We went to one of my favorite restaurants here in town. It's Italian.
Nice.
My family is friends with the owners.
Ooh, humble brag.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just want to throw that in
I know
there.
the chef.
No, I pay for my check. I'm not going in there trying to get a bunch of free stuff.
Okay, good.
Okay. So how was dinner?
Dinner was great, but the story kind of got a little uncomfortable on the way to dinner.
Oh, okay.
So I picked her up, and on the way to dinner, we were stopped at a four-way stoplight, and out of nowhere comes this gigantic truck that blew through the stop sign
Oh, no.
and literally almost
died.
Could have been really, really bad. Yeah.
Oh,
But there was no accident. It didn't happen.
Luckily, there was no accident.
That's
terrifying,
scary.
dude.
Yeah, and in the terror and the excitement of the moment, I peed myself a little bit.
For real?
What's a little bit?
A lot of it.
Oh, no.
Please tell me you were in like black pants or something. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, I was wearing dark pants, but it was a little chilly outside, and I had the car kind of warmed up for both of us, so I had my seat heater.
I hate to break this
So wait,
to you.
are you saying that it stunk?
Yeah, I think it probably created a bit of an aroma.
Oh.
The good news was we got out unscathed. We got to the restaurant, and I got our table right away, which is a great time. It was a busy restaurant. We walked right in.
Good that it was busy.
I don't think this is good. Why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I'm really shaken by that. Can we do this another time?
Because men don't get shaken, Brooke.
He literally just peed his pants.
Yeah,
I mean,
men
what?
finish the date wet pants and all.
Thank
Oh
you,
my God.
Jeffrey.
Go home is what I'm saying.
No, he's going
My
hard.
pants were actually not that wet, so it was mostly my underwear that took in the brunt of the...
It was a piddle. I get it.
Or it's an extra absorbent underwear.
Ooh, yeah. What's the brand?
And I know that they have like scented baby powder in the men's room, so like I made a beeline right for the restroom.
Nice.
And so what I did was I went to the stall, I took my pants off, I took my underwear off, and I asked the attendant to ask the busboy for a doggy bag for me.
What?
Why wouldn't you just throw them away? You're going to put the dirty underwear in a doggy bag?
No. These are my lucky underwear.
Because you put them
Clearly.
on for the date. Oh, my God.
Clearly, they're lucky. You almost died.
Oh, that's funny.
But I get that. I have a pair of lucky underwear. I
So
would
do
like,
I.
even if I soiled it, I would not part with it.
I feel the same, bro.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a big show coming up, I wear my lucky
You should try
underwear.
moving on from the Costco pack of 20 granny panties, Brooke. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. But
If
anyway.
she's wearing anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So,
it was a good
Andrew,
day.
you saved your underwear, and then you
Yeah.
went back to the date?
Yes.
Oh
So
my God.
I got the underwear in the doggy bag. I go back to the table. Everything was totally fine. We had a great time. It was amazing. And then, we didn't finish our food, so we got some of it packed up. We drove home. There was never a mention of any of it. But when I drop her off at her house, she took the wrong doggy bag.
Oh, no.
Good Lord.
Yeah, one of them had the food and one of them had my lucky underwears.
Did you know it at the time?
I didn't know it until I was on my way, driving away, and I called her. She didn't answer.
Oh, no.
So I pulled over and I texted, "Whatever you do, Caroline, do not open the doggy bag."
Oh, no. You
That's-
had your pee panties in them.
Of course, she's going to open that.
Yeah.
Dude, has she called you back? Have you heard anything? Or did she pass out from the smell?
I haven't heard a thing.
You are a mess.
Dude, this is bad.
You've given us a
Yeah.
challenge today, Andrew, and you know what? We're going to rise to the challenge.
Do we
Okay.
have to?
At the very least, I need my lucky underwear back.
Okay.
It's a reconnaissance mission, if nothing else.
It could be collateral in this, but
We don't have to lead with that.
okay.
Okay.
We'll save it. But first of all, we'll play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Caroline, and we'll try and get you your second date update, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Hold on. Oh, young love. So much beauty in it. There's laughter, the gorgeous weather, and the scent of urine wafting through the air.
Gross.
And that's what we're talking about today with a guy named Andrew. And I'm being serious about the urine. It was wafting,
Yeah.
but it was not his fault. Isn't that right, Andrew?
What?
Yeah.
You peed yourself.
Yeah, but it wasn't his fault. I will
No.
back him on that one. Not his fault.
Because while Andrew was driving to the restaurant, he had a near accident with a truck, which frightened him, and it forced a little bit of
A real
urine
accident.
to come out. But the weird part of the night was that at the very end of the evening, his date Caroline took out a doggy bag of what she thought was her leftover food, but it actually had Andrew's soiled underwear inside of it.
Oh.
Sorry, his lucky soiled underwear.
Yeah.
He didn't throw it away because it is his lucky pair. Now, Andrew, when we call Caroline, I just want you to know I'm not going to mention the underwear thing.
What? You have to.
No.
Yeah, she opened the
It's-
doggy bag. It was at her house.
We don't know if she's opened it yet. She just took the doggy bag in, and it's not our place to do that. We've gotten in trouble before for oversharing on these second dates and revealing something that they didn't know about.
I'm sorry. You really think she didn't open it? She could smell it. He was acting weird.
And
when someone says, all caps, do not open that no matter what, you have to. Your curiosity will kill you.
You were under contract to open it
Just
at that
a
point.
peek.
Yes.
Just a peek.
I'm not going to mention it, okay, Andrew, because you know what? You and I have something called trust. And I know that Brooke and Jose may not trust you or trust Caroline, but I do.
Yeah, I think we did bond on the lucky underwear topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and Jeffrey did.
Here's the
did.
thing, Andrew. You went wrong the first time by not aborting the date once you peed yourself, okay? Now you just have to lay it all out there. She's going to understand.
I was actually trying to own up to it that night, but she didn't answer any of my calls or texts.
Oh, that's right.
So whatever you guys can do to help me is great.
Okay, well, let's dial her phone number right now and see if we can get you your second date update. You ready?
Yeah, I won't say anything.
Okay. Well,
thank you.
You will have to say something eventually. But
You just let me know when I can, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I give you permission. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Caroline, please?
This is Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk with us?
Sorry, wait, what?
I'm from a radio show that's called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, and we're calling you today because we're doing something called a second date update.
Okay.
And now you're on it, too.
All right.
Okay?
It's
And-
fun. We just try to have a good time.
Yeah. If you go out on a date with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll get in touch with them for you to figure out the reason why. And so the guy that wants to get in touch with you, his name is Andrew.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Andrew told us a little bit about your date that night when you went to the Italian restaurant. And he thought he had a really good time with you and that you guys connected. But he isn't 100% sure why you're not calling him back. And he'd like to get an answer on that.
Okay, well, at the start, I thought that he seemed like a good guy.
You're talking about at the barbecue where you met?
Yeah, he seemed nice at the barbecue, but now I think that maybe he was a different sort of guy than what my first impression was.
Yeah. Did he do something? It sounds like you think he's a bad dude now. Am I reading that right?
I guess I just had like a gut feeling, and then something later like kind of proved that to be true.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
He tried to do this really weird like sexual thing to me.
Whoa.
When?
Well, he wasn't like present.
Okay.
When I came home, he had given me a bag like with his T-Rex underwear in it.
Oh, no. Did you say T-Rex?
Yeah, they had like little T-Rexes on them.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Awesome.
That is so embarrassing.
Cool.
How'd that make you feel?
Well, it was just creepy. Like I don't know what he did with them or like in them.
Yeah.
So they like kind of smelled, and then he like kept trying to call me, which is even creepier.
I mean, Caroline, I understand. I would have been totally freaked out. I would have even been scared if some dude gave me his underwear in a bag. But
yeah, I definitely thought it was sort of suggestive, like, here are your leftovers. Come get some more if you want them.
Oh, that's not at all what
I
he
mean,
meant.
but it makes sense. But it's not what he meant, Caroline.
No, we know for a fact that's not what he
Oh
was
my
trying to
gosh.
say.
How do you know what he meant? I mean, did he tell you guys about it?
Yeah, he told us a little bit about it, but I feel like it would be best coming directly from him.
Yes.
Because he actually is on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
No, wait, he's actually on the other line?
It's
Yeah.
not
No,
weird. We
you-
promise we
You've
would
got
not do this.
you've got to hear him out. I would not let you talk to some creep who's
Yeah.
giving you dirty underwear.
None
I
of us
promise.
would. It's actually really funny.
Andrew, you there?
Yeah. Hey, Caroline.
Hi.
I cannot believe that I made you think that about me. This is a huge misunderstanding. That I in no way was trying to do some weird pervy thing. I swear.
Okay, well then what are you saying you were doing?
Okay, so
Oh my God, you're so embarrassed, and I don't blame you. It's so embarrassing.
So you remember on our way to the restaurant when we almost got hit by that truck?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I did some pretty decent maneuvering in the car, and we got out of that situation alive.
Real hero.
Yeah, it was a Fast and the Furious type situation, and you were Vin Diesel.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
For the assist there, but I am not used to being in that kind of situation, and nothing like this has ever happened to me before. But my reaction physically was uncontrollable peeing. So while we were in that situation, I had an accident.
Yeah.
That doesn't explain why you gave me your underwear in a bag.
Yeah, it doesn't still. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, you're going to have to finish that story there, Andrew.
Yeah.
We went to the restaurant. I immediately went to the bathroom. I took those underwear off, and I put them in a doggy bag.
Oh. Why didn't you throw them away? Great.
Because they're my lucky underwear, and they're special to me, and I didn't want to lose them.
See?
What adult has lucky underwear?
That's what I said,
No,
Caroline.
excuse
but
me.
listen, all the guys that work on this show have lucky underwear. I didn't believe it either, but they all stand by it.
Are they all like dinosaur themed?
No.
No, mine are checkered.
What?
Plaid, whatever that's called.
Jeffrey, you got skateboards on yours? Were
No,
you
I
working
say
with
they're
Ninja Turtles?
they're all white Calvin Kleins, but that's not the point. The point is, Caroline, that you weren't meant to get the underwear. It was an accident. That's what I think Andrew was building up towards.
Yes.
Yeah. So I put my underwear in the doggy bag. You brought your food home. You were supposed to go home with your food. I was supposed to go home with my lucky drawers.
And you were never supposed to find out.
You weren't. And here we are now. And I just, I'd love another chance.
All right.
We
so
did it. Big weight off our
So
shoulders.
we all good now, Caroline?
You get it.
I don't think I believe you. Like, let's say that you did like exactly what I thought you did, which is this like creepy, suggestive gesture. Don't you think that it would be like kind of a great way like to cover that up by like calling a radio station and making up this absurd story?
Well, the accident, you were in it. You were almost in the accident, right? That really happened.
I mean, I see what you're saying, Carolyn, and I know that we're all jaded out there, but why would he call in and just humiliate himself on the radio?
Well,
like that's an embarrassing story.
No, it's less humiliating than being a creeper.
He wet he wet himself and he wears T-Rex underwear. Like if he wanted to pull a sexy move, I'm hoping that wouldn't be his underwear of choice.
The whole thing is, we're getting off point here, Caroline. He did not mean for you to get that underwear. That was a total accident. He even sent you a text message telling you not to open it.
And called you.
And you disobeyed him anyway. Now, with that being said, would you like to go on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Look,
Caroline,
maybe...
you remember me opening the windows after the accident? It was really cold outside, but I had the windows open. You remember that?
That's true.
And what if he agrees to not wear any underwear on the next date, so that way you couldn't get a weird gift from him?
I will do whatever Caroline says, but yes, I can go commando.
Okay. All right, Caroline, come on.
Just in case.
Okay, I will go. But I swear to God, if I get home and any of your articles of clothing have made it into my car, that's that. Don't try calling a radio show to get another date again.
It's fair.
That is a deal.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I think you're a very special person.
Aww.
So you are worth all of this. So let's try to start fresh, and maybe we'll just have a funny story to tell down the line.
All right. Well, successful second date update.
Yay!
Congratulations, Andrew.
Thank you. Thank you, Caroline.
Prove me wrong, right?
Definitely. And Andrew, what you just said before was definitely not creepy at all.
But what part?
Exactly.
Moving 92.5.
Doors. When one closes, another one opens.
Oh my gosh, you are so inspirational today.
Unless you can't figure out how to open that door, and then you stand there outside of the Starbucks for 15 minutes trying to pull it when it's a push door, and everybody's laughing at you, so you just sit down on the sidewalk and cry for an hour while everybody points and makes fun of the idiot who can't read how to open the door correctly.
Wow, and all you wanted was a latte.
We've all learned that lesson in life. And so has Luke, who's on the phone for a second date right now. He actually met the girl that he wants to call today because he couldn't figure out how to open a door.
No, Luke.
That's right.
What's up, Luke?
What up?
Were you crying outside of a Starbucks like Jubal said?
Pretty close.
Oh, man.
Really?
So she must go after the smart guys, is what you're saying.
Well, I wasn't smarter than the door that day, but at least I was able to meet a girl out of it.
There you go.
So how does that work?
Well, I thought I was going into this building for a job interview, but I'm yanking on the door and the damn thing won't open.
I can still hear the frustration in your voice.
We've all been there.
So I'm about to give up, and this beautiful girl on the other side of the door asked me if she can help me, and I'm like, yeah, can you punch a code or something to let me in? I'm late for my interview. She pushes the door open and says, there's no code. Just open the door properly.
So you were supposed to just pull on the door and you were pushing on it for how long?
It must have been 30 seconds at least. So she comes over, she opens the door for me, kind of laugh about it, and it was an opportunity to strike up a conversation.
All right.
And I assume that went well because you eventually went out with this girl.
That's right. Yeah, she, well, you know what? She pointed me to the direction of the elevator, which was nice. And
she pressed the button for you, too? Like, here, let me show you how this works.
I could figure that part out.
How did you go from her opening the door for you to eventually going on a date with her?
So our conversation went from the door to the fact that she actually works at the business that I was trying to get a job at. So I kind of asked her for a little bit of advice, who to talk to, who to schmooze. And I really felt like we had a connection, and she was hooking me up. So I wanted to hook her up. I asked her out for a drink.
Right there before your interview?
Yeah, I did, man. I mean,
Wow.
she was hot and helpful and sweet. You know, I had to ask her out for a drink.
Okay, and she obviously said yes, which is awesome.
Yeah, she did. We got to go out on a date, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Well, what'd you do?
We went out to a bar, and we had a few drinks, listened to some music.
Okay, I would call that a date. You said that's, if you want to call it a date, I would definitely call that a date.
Yeah. I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah, I'll call it it was a date. I mean, it was a hot date.
Wow.
So you went out for drinks, listened to some music. How was everything with her? Was it a good time? Do you think she enjoyed herself?
Well, judging by the smile on her face and a little bit of the way she brushed up against me a couple of times, I do think she enjoyed herself.
Dude,
And you
that's a
guys-
good sign.
You guys were able to talk about stuff other than the company that she works for, right?
Oh, yeah. We talked about all kinds of things. Talked about her hobbies, what she likes to do. My ears are open, and, you know, you have to take what someone says, and then you have to adjust and use that to your advantage, especially when you're talking about interpersonal relationships, you know, female, male.
I know you started this whole situation meeting her when you were going in for a job interview, but that sounds like a really good interview answer.
Yeah. I'm ready to hire him.
Yeah.
Or date him.
Well, I was cued in, so I got the job, actually.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you got a date and a job out of
man.
one interview. Nice work, man.
Exactly. But that's the problem. During the date, I told her that I got it, and she kind of got a little bit cold on me.
What?
Really?
I don't know if I took a position that she might have been gunning for or something, but I think that she didn't want to mix business with pleasure, I suppose.
Wow.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So how did everything end?
At the end of the night, I got a little bit of nookie from her, a little bit of kiss.
Wait, that's
Okay,
not
so-
nookie. That is, we need to redefine nookie, sir.
I was like,
Well,
nice.
there was some wetness on her lips.
What?
So
No. Oh, my God.
look, she licked her lips before she kissed me. I'm telling you. I
Okay.
tasted it.
All right.
Just by that description alone, I wouldn't call you back.
And how long has it been since you've heard from her after you shared that wet kiss?
It's been 5 days now.
Okay.
And I mean, I've called her like 3 times, and I've texted her about 5 times. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work with this girl, and
Right.
I need to smooth it out before we start. If she's not gonna be down with me sexually or whatever, that's fine. But we need to like get along because I need this gig.
Okay.
Oh my
well,
God, it's like I thought
we
you
will-
were so normal, and in 2 seconds, you changed my entire opinion.
we will play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, and then we'll find which way she's down with you, okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Hang on. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Luke is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl that he shared a sloppy, wet kiss with. That's how he described the kiss at the end of the date. He actually met her because he was going into an office to interview for a job, and she was in the lobby when he was trying to open the door, and I guess he couldn't get the door open, so she helped him. They struck up a conversation, and he asked her to drinks. They went out for drinks, said they had a good time, ended with that sloppy kiss. But now she's not calling him back, and he thinks it might be because he actually got the job in that office, and maybe she doesn't want to date a coworker.
Could it also be because you're a bad kisser?
Well,
Sorry, just the description.
We didn't get our lips moving that much, to be honest. It was wet, but it wasn't. She didn't stick her tongue, out from me.
Yeah, but no, I'm just telling you, out of all
She
the
licked
female
her lips.
conversations,
It was wet.
all the female conversations I've ever had, no girl has ever said, "Wow, it was such a good kiss. It was so wet."
Well, she made it wet. I mean, that's where it was. I just went in, and that's how.
Okay.
Way it felt.
So it was a sloppy kiss with no tongue. That sounds...
No one's ever complained about the way I've kissed them before, so she didn't this time, and maybe it'll happen, but it hasn't yet.
Well, she hasn't complained yet. We don't have her on the phone to find out, do we?
Well, maybe we can ask her. That'd be one place to start.
That's what
I'd
I think.
like to know if my lips are working properly.
That's what I think we should do, Luke. What I'm trying to get to is that I'm going to dial her phone number and see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Here we go.
This is Antoinette.
Hi, Antoinette. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
How can I help you?
Well, I actually wanted to talk to you because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Are you sure you have the right number?
I think so. Yeah, this was the number that I was given. Your name's Antoinette, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah. Then I definitely have the right number because you recently went out on a date with a guy who listens to our show, and you haven't been calling him back. So he emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if he did something wrong.
What?
I know, it's really weird, huh?
Is this a joke?
No, it's not. It's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date. So I'm calling today about a guy that you went on a date with. His name is Luke.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you're talking about. I haven't gone out with anybody named Luke.
What?
You haven't gone out with anybody named Luke?
I've been married for like 3 years. I haven't gone out with anybody.
What?
You've been married for 3 years.
Yes, I'm very happily married.
Did you?
By any chance, are you married to a guy named Luke?
No.
Did you
I think I would know.
Did you go out to drinks with a guy named Luke and you didn't realize it was a date, maybe?
No.
Do you know any Luke?
I have zero clue what you guys are talking about. Really? Can you be more clear?
Yeah, sure. I bet you'd appreciate that, and probably your husband, too. Wow. We got an email from a guy named Luke who said that he went out with you. He said that he met you when he was at your office applying for a job. He had a job interview. He said he was in the lobby trying to open the door but couldn't get the door open right, and you helped him out. And then you guys... Is that...
Oh, no. Okay.
So wait, that part happened?
Yeah, that part did happen. I think I just realized who you're talking about.
Okay, so you do know a Luke.
I met a Luke a couple days ago. He came in for a job interview.
Okay. Did you go out for drinks with him later on?
Absolutely not. No, I was interviewing him for a position at our company.
Wait, you were the one doing the interview?
Yes.
This doesn't make any sense.
I'm so confused.
He said that he just met you at that office and struck up a conversation. You guys went to drinks, had fun, even kissed at the end of the night, and now you're not calling him back.
He said we kissed?
Yeah, he said that you guys kissed and everything seemed to be going great, and he was surprised that you didn't want to go on another date with him.
Oh my God.
He even went into graphic detail about the kiss, about how it was wet and you licked your lips.
Jesus Okay, look.
So wait, you didn't kiss him?
No, there is no way. No, absolutely not. Let me just tell you what actually happened, because this is bizarre. Okay, I'm tired of hearing all this stuff. Okay, look, this young man, Luke, came in for a job interview, brought him into my office, sat down, interviewed. We went over his resume. He was kind of fidgety. He was kind of acting a little strange. And I sent him on his way. And in the last couple of days, I've been getting flooded with emails, phone calls, messages, asking about the job.
Oh, my gosh. So you didn't even hire him?
No, he has not been hired.
He told us differently.
What was he like in the job interview?
He was just kind of all over the place. You know, he just wasn't an ideal candidate. I don't know. He was acting strange. Maybe he was stoned.
Stoned? Come on.
What is happening?
That is Luke. He was actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I finally found a way to get you on the phone, Antoinette.
Weird. So you were just using us?
Okay, Luke.
Hi.
I've already told you haven't been selected for the next round of interviews. I sent the letter out several days ago. I'm sure you received it by now.
What is going on?
Yeah, I got your email, and that's why I've been emailing you a bunch of times. You won't even email me back once. Like, you give me one email, and that's it? Just a dismissal? Outright dismissal?
So wait, Luke, you lied to us about your date and everything just to ask her about a job.
Yeah, it's a lie. Sure, call it a lie.
Well, Luke, that's what you did. That is the definition of a lie. You told an untruth to get on the air with us and ask her about a job.
Yeah, I had to tell you a story so that you guys would actually pick me and use me on the air.
I will applaud you. Good story.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good story.
I can't hate on you necessarily for getting over on the show. It just, couldn't you have thought of a better way to do it than to just lie to us?
Listen, I did what I had to do, man. Sorry that I had to lie about it. But you know what, Antoinette, we wouldn't even be on the phone right now if you would have just given me the job that I deserve.
Oh, my God, crazy.
You know, I'm sure that you did prepare Luke, but unfortunately, you're just not a good match for our firm.
That's bullshit. All right? I'm the best candidate for that job, and I know it.
Excuse me, Luke. No, you're acting extremely unprofessional right now.
I'm unprofessional. You are unprofessional. I deserve answers. Why? Why am I not getting this job? I've been putting in all this effort.
Luke,
I need answers.
like I said, we found a more qualified candidate.
There's nobody more qualified than me. I saw everyone coming out of that building. Look at my resume and see all the experience that I have.
You know, I looked at your resume, Luke, and I'm the one calling the shots. This is not how you go about getting a job.
You sure? Getting a radio station to call you and ask you about a fake date is not the best way to get a job, Antoinette?
Yeah, look at all the trouble I went to get these people to contact you. You are unreachable.
Luke, and if I ever had any thought about reconsidering you for this job, you have absolutely lost that opportunity.
If I'm not qualified to be the face of your company, I don't know who is. I stood outside of that office for 3 hours, and I watched every single candidate come out of there, and not one of them is as qualified as me.
You stood outside the office building for 3 hours?
Yes, because I do my research. And you know what? It shows that I care.
Oh my gosh. Luke, I mean, I get that it can be frustrating to be out of work and looking for a new gig, but this is not the way to do it, man.
Well, I can't catch a thing. Damn it.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, Luke, but I think you need to be a little more level-headed when interviewing for a job.
I've got other work to do. Can I please get back to my actual job?
In 1 second, I will let you do that, Antoinette, and I appreciate you telling us what happened. But I do have to ask you, would you like to go out on a second date with Luke? Or a date with Luke?
You're freaking kidding me, right?
Well, I got to ask the question. It is a second date. I know it turned into a crazy job applicant trying to use us to get at the person who wouldn't hire him, but would you like to go out with Luke?
At least give me a shot at an internship or something. You know, I feel like I've proven myself.
You've proven how crazy you are, Luke. Okay, you know, look, I wish you well. Okay, good luck in the job search, but there's no job for you here.
You know what? I am going to get a job eventually. And when I do, I'm going to make sure it's in the same field, and I'm going to take down your entire business. You won't have a job.
Wow.
I don't have a place to go to work.
Yeah, okay. You get a job at another mailroom somewhere and take our mailroom down. You know, I'll be waiting.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A listener named Rebecca is on the phone for a second date update today, and her first date was filled with adventure.
Oh, really?
Definitely not for the faint of heart or the lactose intolerant.
What is it?
Rebecca took her date on a search around the city to find the perfect mac and cheese.
Oh, that is such a good date idea.
Did they find it? I don't know. Let's find out. Rebecca, how you doing?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Good. I got your email about your date, and it sounds like a fun time. You guys searched for the perfect mac and cheese in the city?
Yes, we did.
I mean, I'll pretend that I'm interested in your date, but I just want to know where the best place was that you found.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I think so.
God, in more ways than you could ever imagine.
Okay, so first of all, before we get into your actual search, what's the guy's name that you went out with?
Chris.
Chris. And how did you meet Chris?
We met online, like on a dating website.
Oh, so like a mac and cheese blog?
No, it was a normal dating website, and then we discovered through chatting that we both love mac and cheese.
Yeah, who
Now,
doesn't?
Was the date idea your idea or his idea? Because I think it's genius.
I think it was actually his idea because we were talking about it, and he's like, "We should go out and find the best mac and cheese," and I was like, "Oh my God, yeah."
Yeah, talk about a sweet talker.
No kidding. Wow. He does know a way to a woman's heart, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love my carbs, and I love it cheesy.
All right. And so how was the date?
The date was really good. He showed up, and he was, like, super cute.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to go to 3 places because we did a bunch of, like, Yelp research and, like, looked at reviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first place, we, like, got a bowl and, like, split it. And it was good. And we went to the second place, and it, like, wasn't as good as people said. We were both kind of underwhelmed.
That's lame.
It was, like, kind of, like, too carby and, like, not cheesy, kind of, like, bland tasting. You know what I mean?
No good.
Are we still talking about the mac and cheese or the date still?
No, the mac and cheese.
He was good. The mac and cheese was bad at the second place.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
But you had hope for the third place. You still wanted to go there?
Yeah, of course. I don't stop when it comes to mac and cheese. And we were sharing, so it wasn't like we were, like, gorging ourselves, So after, like, the bland place, we made our way to the third place. And, like, honestly, the best part about the date wasn't even the mac and cheese because, like, on the way to each place, we would, like, walk together and just talk, conversation was, like, super easy and fun.
And if you're sharing food with somebody, there's, like, a level of intimacy there. There just is.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, it's more than that with mac and cheese for me.
That's true. If, like, my mom dipped into my mac and cheese when I didn't want her to, we'd have a big problem.
Yeah.
It's very personal.
Was there any awkward moments on the date?
Well, at the third place we went to, we got some mac and cheese, and he was like, "I'm not feeling good." Like, "Oh, are you lactose intolerant?"
Oh, you're making fun of him.
Yeah, and he didn't really respond to that.
So maybe he was?
No, he's the one that set up the date idea. He wouldn't be a lactose intolerant person.
You do a lot to go out with a lady. I will risk some irritable bowel syndrome to go out with a girl that I really like. I'll pretend like I like cheese until I get to the point where I've had enough and I'm like, dude, I can't anymore.
But that's the weird thing. He was like, "Well, maybe I had too much." And I was like, "Okay, I don't think so. Like, we've been splitting stuff and, like, had to-go containers. So, like, we knew we were going to have 3 different mac and cheeses today,
Yeah.
And more importantly, why would you want to call a guy back that can't handle his cheese to begin with?
But no, like, he was super sweet, and I was concerned for him, because I was like, "Can I take you home? Can I, like, get you an Uber or something?" He's like, no, that's really nice. And then he, like, kissed me on the cheek and then, like, bolted away.
Oh, so you guys didn't even get to the third restaurant? Did you eat?
We were going to order, and he's like, "No, I'm not feeling good."
Oh,
Whoa.
wow. He must have really been sick.
Yeah. I mean, the way you describe it, he bolted. Did he literally just leave that quickly?
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's like having a bathroom emergency.
Yeah.
But it's been over a week and I've been texting him and he still says that he's not feeling well. Whoa. And I don't believe him. Like
that's his response to you is that his tummy still hurts?
Yes, he says I'm still not feeling well, sorry.
All right, yeah. That sounds a little strange to be that sick after 8 days.
Yeah, and I'm just so confused, and that's why I emailed you guys, because I feel like there's like some stupid secret reason he's not telling me, and he's super cute and super nice and funny, and I want to go out with him again.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Rebecca and the guy she went out with had a really interesting concept for their first date. They were going to search the whole city for the best mac and cheese. They went to 2 restaurants, had mac and cheese there, didn't make it to the third one because he left with a tummy ache.
Aw, sissy.
But he's had the tummy ache for 8 days now because every time she's texted him, he's texted back saying, sorry, still can't go out, feel sick. So we're going to get him on the phone right now and find out why. Are you ready, Rebecca?
I'm ready.
God, I'm nervous for you because this is like an online dream date. You know, like he's cute, he's funny, he eats mac and cheese, he was into you.
I miss him even more now.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Chris, please?
Yeah, you got me.
What's up, Chris? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Who are you?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, hi.
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 We can go back and forth like this all day, man.
Established that already, Chris.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. You know, thought we'd give you a call.
Now I feel like we should go back to hi.
Is there a reason you're calling me?
Yeah, there is, actually. Do you want to hear what it is, or we could just continue to get to know each other?
Go ahead.
We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
About me?
Yeah.
Well, what did it say?
Well, her name is Rebecca, and she said that you guys went out on a date, and she really liked you, but now you're kind of blowing her off. So she emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why would she email you guys about this?
Because we're close personal friends of hers.
I mean, you're joking, right?
About us being close personal friends? Yeah, we don't know her that well. But she does listen to the show, and it's a segment that we do on our show all the time. It's called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out with somebody and then they end up blowing you off after your date, you email us to see if we can get them on the phone and figure out why. So she wants us to try to find out what went wrong.
I mean, obviously nothing like this has happened to me before.
Like this right now, or the mac and cheese date that you guys went on?
I mean, you know about the mac and cheese date?
Yeah, we do.
We also know that you're allegedly sick right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't really want to talk about this.
Can you just tell us anything? She's really curious. She liked you a lot. She told us how you guys went out, went to a couple places to try mac and cheese because you both are mac and cheese aficionados. And before the last place, you left with a stomach ache. And now she says that you've been sick for like 8 days.
Yeah, well, it was a weird night, okay? I haven't felt great.
So wait, you're sticking with the sick thing right now? Because it sounds like you're totally fine.
Look, it was a weird night, okay? That's all I'm going to say. It was a weird night, and that's that.
What was so weird about it? Mac and cheese doesn't sound that strange to me.
Well, it was fun in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if she told you we went to like a couple. We were like looking for the best mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Did it get weird when you had that mediocre mac and cheese at the second place and you just couldn't handle that anymore?
Well, I handled it fine. I can take a bad mac and cheese and make it work, okay? That's not going to ruin my night. But it seemed to really set her off a little bit.
What? What do you mean set her off?
I mean, the second restaurant, look, it wasn't great, macaroni and cheese, if I'm being honest. It wasn't great, but she, like, all of a sudden, like, got in a really, like, weird, dark mood.
Wow. What does that mean?
She got dark?
Yeah. I've never had mac and cheese send me to a deep, dark hole in my mind, but I'm really interested to find out how that happened for her.
Dark place?
Well, it's obviously mac and cheese has never put me in a dark place either, but she starts going off about her roommate, like, in a real, like, dark way.
So she had bad food, and then she started confessing to you how much she doesn't like her roommate?
The moment she had the bad mac and cheese, it's like she just starts joking about how she wants to kill her roommate.
Whoa! You weren't joking about the dark thing.
What?
Look, I don't know if it was the mac and cheese specifically that set her off, but it was at that moment that she starts going off about her roommate.
What was she saying?
Look, I'm sure she was joking, but she said this thing about, like, how she watches, like, CSI and, like, thinks about how she could get away with it.
Oh, my God. What?
So she legitimately, not just like somebody who's like, I hate my roommate. I wish I could kill them sometimes. Yeah. She was like, I hate my roommate. I've planned out how I could kill them sometime.
Even if it was a joke, it was a level of commitment that terrified me.
And did she go into detail, her murder plot, or was that kind of vague the whole time?
CSI was enough detail for me.
Okay, I would like to interject. I have something to say.
Chris, that's Rebecca. She has been listening on the other line and apparently wants to interject, and I'm not going to stand in her way.
Me neither. Go for it.
You psychos put her on the phone?
Oh, my God.
Yes, she's been here the whole time.
Chris, you do not need to be scared of me. There is nothing to be scared of. Hello, Chris?
I'm scared.
What you said was crazy. It was crazy.
Okay, Chris, let me be real right now. I do not like my roommate. She's messy and crazy. And yeah, I've thought about how I would kill her, but I would never do that. I'm just a really passionate, funny person, okay? No, stop. I'm being serious.
Nobody goes into details on how they would kill their roommate.
Detail. Just like, okay, a lot of people watch CSI and shows like that. So, like, I am not alone in this. I'm just, like, sometimes I'll be watching the show and, like, she'll do something annoying again, and I'll just go in my mind and, like, think about what I would do and how I would do it, and it makes me feel better, and I would never actually do it. Come on. I love mac and cheese. I'm not a serial killer.
That does not mean anything. I mean, I think everybody here, including Chris, has had a lot of bad roommates, and nobody has ever fantasized about chopping them into little pieces.
I'm terrified right now, if anybody wants to know.
Yeah, thank you for piping up, Chris. I was actually wondering about that. Okay, so Rebecca, you don't really want to kill your roommate.
No, of course not.
Okay,
What do you? But you can understand, like, if you were on a date with a guy and he was talking about how he was going to off his buddy, that would be kind of a red flag.
If he was talking about murdering, like, his friend in, like, a funny way, I would laugh.
In a funny way.
Are you guys listening to this? She's still talking about it. I just wanted the date to be about mac and cheese, not murder.
Oh, my God, you just don't get it. I was just joking, like, blowing out steam, like being a fun human being. What's wrong with you?
People don't blow off steam by fantasizing about murder.
I'm sure other people do.
Yeah, and they're in jail.
And you're the weird one.
Hey.
How about this, Chris? Would you like to go out on a second date with Rebecca? We will pay for it.
You could not pay me enough.
I mean, if you think of it this way, there's no way she has any outstanding warrants or anything. She wouldn't do a radio thing if that was the case.
I don't want to know anything about her background. I'm terrified I'm going to be tied to a future crime she commits.
You actually, honestly, 100% believe that I am capable of murdering someone? Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on, just be normal. You're so cute.
Just be normal. Just be normal. You're so cute.
Oh my God, that is a plea that so many women have said before.
Chris, will you be normal? You're so cute. Will you go out with her again one more time?
I'm normal, and she's not, and we're not going out again.
All right. Well, thank you for telling us about your date. I think you're safe now.
Oh, he is not safe. I'm going to keep messaging you because you're cute, and if you think I'm crazy, I'll be crazy.
Oh,
no. You haven't seen anything yet. That was just joking.
Rebecca,
Okay?
he doesn't want to go out with you, though. Just, like, cut your losses. You can find somebody else who's cute and normal on your level.
and likes mac and cheese, I doubt it. Chris, we're going out next Friday to the third restaurant, okay?
Oh!
Are you guys hearing this?
Yeah, I am, and it sounds like you have a date. I'm sorry.
I think you should show up.
We'll still pay for it.
We're going to pay for it.
You go there on Friday, okay? And if I don't show up in like an hour, just keep waiting because I'll be there.
Show up eventually.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Look, the girl from today's second date update, obviously a little crazy.
A little?
But that's not who I'm really worried about. I'm worried about all of our listeners texting in at 78592 saying that they want to be her best friend. Somebody just texted in at 78592. All it says is, I like murder.
Seriously, what?
If you don't know what I'm talking about today's second date update. Rebecca wanted to call this dude named Chris. He wasn't calling back after they had a fun-filled night with mac and cheese. Sounds kind of dirtier than it was actually. They ate mac and cheese and stuff. But the reason he wasn't calling back was because while they were hanging out, she made a comment about how she wants to kill her roommate. And it seemed like more than a joke. And then she went on to explain, like, oh, I watched CSI and all those shows, and I know exactly how I would kill my roommate. And he got the feeling that she wasn't joking, and she actually did want to kill her roommate. So he wasn't calling her back and decided not to go out on another date with her. But she says she doesn't care. She's going to date him anyway. Somebody texted in at 78592 and said, get a restraining order fast.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? She knows what she wants, and she's going for it.
No.
Okay?
That's true.
So what if Snapped is her favorite show?
He should have said yes, though, because now he's in trouble. She's probably plotting his murder now.
Dude, she was already doing it as soon as they hung out. That sounds like she plots everybody's murder. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Hope.
Brooke, how many men would you say that you've gone out with in your entire life? Like, just guesstimate.
I have no idea.
I
mean, like, how?
That many?
You're just talking, like, on dates?
Yeah, just on a normal date.
Or just, like, dudes I kissed in random bars? I don't know. Like,
What are we talking? The hundreds, thousands?
dates? Not thousands.
Carry the two square
I
words.
mean-
There's a lot of math here.
But basically enough where you've lost count years and years ago.
I'll say that when I made the choice to marry my husband, I had sampled a lot of different things before I got there.
Okay.
And I knew that
It was
he
now
was
or never.
exactly what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
Thing
Yeah.
was the perfect thing.
It was the best you could do.
Mine was a trial and error type of situation in the dating world.
All right.
Trial.
Yeah.
And a lot of error.
More error.
The reason why I bring this up is because one of our listeners, Maggie, emailed in, and she says, including the guy that she wants us to call today, she's gone out with 2 guys in her entire life.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we can't talk to a 14-year-old.
No. She's
That's
not.
not cool, dude.
She's of legal age, and she's on the phone right now. Maggie, how you doing?
Hi, I promise I'm of legal age.
Okay.
I just went out with the first one, like, by accident for, like, 9 years.
By accident for 9 I see. Yeah, you were one of those that were stuck in the relationship cycle and you couldn't break up with them.
or maybe just in love.
Well, you know, at some point that was a question. It's like, am I stuck in a relationship cycle or am I in love? But
yeah.
Anyway, it was a big breakup, and yeah, I don't have a lot of experience dating.
Yeah.
So I've been doing stuff I've always wanted to do. Like, I signed up for a class for archery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Is that where you ended up meeting the guy that you want us to call?
Yeah.
Shut up.
What?
You
Right
were,
away?
You were literally struck by Cupid's arrow?
Oh, wow. So what's this guy's name before we get into the full story?
Darren.
Aaron?
Aaron?
Darren.
Darren.
Oh,
with the
Darren.
D.
Okay. And how
Okay.
did you and Darren strike up a conversation?
Well, he was standing next to me, you know, because we were lined up in front of Targets.
Mhm.
And he was totally trying to impress me and everything. And at some point he was like, I bet you I could hit your target.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I know.
Did
Wait,
he
that-
say it with that tone?
Did that work?
Yeah. Well, I was kind of like, is he just saying like that is an innuendo, or is he like No, he really tried to hit my bullseye.
Oh.
It's funny. He's like not even trying to hit on you. You're like, get away, creep.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to help.
But
Okay.
anyway, at some point after like a million times, well, all right, it was probably like 50, but he was like, that's it. Let's go get a drink.
Ooh, smooth.
Nice.
It's always good to drink after archery, not before.
Yeah, exactly.
So what did you guys end up doing?
Well, a couple people from class did that, and then he asked me out on a date. And I, like I said, I do not have an experience with like dating. It's more like boyfriend stuff. So I had no idea like what to expect.
I don't think you have to like expect much. You sound like a lovely person who's easy to talk to, and he was obviously attracted to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think people overthink it maybe sometimes.
Especially when they don't have a lot of experience in it.
Yeah, but he planned this picnic in the park.
Ooh, that's super romantic.
Yeah, and it was like we were just laughing and joking around so much. Cute. And he brought one of those like little Chinese paper lanterns.
Oh, yeah. You put in the air?
Oh.
I mean, it was kind of weird because one of them kind of flew into a tree, but I was really glad we didn't set the park on fire.
Oh, good.
I'm just going to tell you now, not all first dates are as planned as this one.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay, but I mean, it was so sweet and romantic, and it was really getting dark. So I was like, all right, we really need to get out of here. And we didn't realize this, but they closed the gates to the park.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
No.
I know. And so we were both like, oh, no big deal. We'll get an Uber. And the Uber was like, there are no Ubers in your area.
Oh, no.
And so I was racking my brain for who I could call, and nobody was picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally he got his dad on the phone.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is sounding cute to you.
No, I'd rather walk.
Well, I mean, at least somebody picked us up.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
and come on. She's a relationship girl. She's used to relationships. Bring the in-laws, whatever.
I guess so.
Exactly. I was a little oh, well, it's a little much for a first date. But
And what are your other options? There are none.
You could spend the night in the park with those Chinese lanterns. And
Hey, romantic.
I mean,
So anyway, his dad was super funny, and he wasn't mad. He was just kind of telling funny stories about Darren as a kid. And
okay.
Anyway, I am calling for help because I haven't, made the first call before.
and so he hasn't reached out to you since that?
No, I've heard nothing.
Maybe he doesn't know if you're interested. Did you guys kiss at all?
We didn't.
Maybe you didn't put off the right flirty vibe. And I don't mean that in a bad way. You sound like a really flirty person, but you've been in a relationship for 9 years,
Yeah.
Men need more signals than maybe what you would typically give in a 9-year relationship.
Yeah, Brooke lets guys know she's interested by taking her shirt off.
And then guys are like, oh, that's what we're doing. So
Yeah, there you go.
That was my big mistake. I kept my clothes on.
Yeah, see?
That was the problem.
So now you want to reach out to him first.
Well, I just want to say, hey, I hope I didn't let you assume I wasn't interested, because I totally am. And I think the most important thing in life is sort of rolling with the punches.
There should definitely be no punches on a first date. That's a bad sign.
Right. No, I mean, rolling with the challenges that come up, being stranded in a parking lot in a park.
No, I got you.
So you just need some assistance on this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Darren for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, okay?
Thanks, guys.
All right. If you're just tuning in for the second date, we're on the phone with Maggie, who met a guy named Darren at her archery class. Darren is kind of the anti-Robin Hood, horrible at hitting the target, but she thought it was kind of cute. He ended up asking her out and took her to a park where they had a nice little picnic dinner, and they had a good time there. But at the end of the night, got a little bit awkward when they locked the gates to the park. So Darren had to call his dad to come pick the two of them up and drive them home. Afterwards, Darren has not reached out, so Maggie wants to try to contact him first. It's a big deal for her because she hasn't dated a lot, and so she's never reached out to a guy to ask them on a second date before and wants our help doing it. Now, before we actually call him, Maggie, how long has it been since that date?
About 2 weeks.
Oh,
2
okay.
days.
Sometimes these can be a little rough. I just want to warn you, since this is going to be your first time calling a guy to ask him out. So if it goes badly and he says something like, I don't know, he's not attracted to you or something.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, like.
Why would you think that was the
I'm
first
not
thing that
saying
came to your
that's
mind?
the thing.
Brooke thinks you're ugly.
That is not true, Maggie. I'm just setting you up that this is just one try out of hundreds that you should get under your belt before you get back into a relationship.
Okay, you think she should go out with hundreds of men?
Sure, why not? It's fun.
His dad showed up on the date. He's the loser.
Oh, okay.
It's not exactly what I wanted to say, but you guys got the gist of it, right?
Okay. Lower your expectations is what Brooke is trying to say.
No, just stay in the game.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
All right, let's stop giving her advice
Okay, I
and
know.
let's just call the guy.
I'm excited for her. That's all.
Okay, we're all excited. We're going to dial Darren's phone number right now. You ready, Maggie?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Darren.
This is Darren. Who's this?
My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, and I'm hoping we can... Hi.
Hi. We're all
Hoping
here.
we can take a little bit of time out of your day to chat.
What's this about?
This is about a segment we do called a second date. It's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Okay? And so recently, you went out with a girl who says she had a great time with you, but you haven't reached out to her since your date. Her name's Maggie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we went out.
Yeah. And she seems like an awesome person.
Yeah, she's really nice. We had a good time.
Uh-oh. He said,
What do you know about this?
Well, we only know what Maggie told us about your guys' interaction, that you met at archery. She said that you planned this very romantic picnic dinner in a park and says that she had a great time with you. She told us about the Chinese lanterns.
I mean, she was impressed by the effort you put in. And we were too.
For real.
Oh, yeah, no, we had a good time, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well,
not the review that she gave.
I mean, if that's the case, then why wouldn't you be reaching out to her one more time? Because she says it's been almost 2 weeks since you guys went out.
I don't know. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I mean, I've been meaning to reach out to her, actually.
Okay.
Okay, then why don't you just do it?
Yeah.
It's just a little awkward, so...
Why? Are you dating somebody else?
Well, no, that's not at all. So, my dad picked us up. I don't know if she told you, like...
Yeah, she mentioned that your car got locked in the parking lot, so you had to call your dad to come get you guys. But she said she didn't mind that. She thought he was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, that's true, but here's the thing, like, the two of them really hit it off. Like, he was telling jokes, she was laughing, and, like, I kind of think my dad's into her more than I am.
What?
Wait. Are you
Like
for real?
romantically?
Wait, hold on. Is it like my dad where it's like, oh, I love her, tell me about her, like he couldn't stop talking about her? Or you really think your dad is like romantically interested?
Well, I think he's interested, and also, like, you know, we're the same age, and, you know, I thought she was kind of, like, acted a lot older. Like, I felt like she acted 10 years older than her age just in her mannerisms and some of the stuff she said. So, like, I feel like she could probably end up hitting it off with my dad more than me.
You're playing matchmaker for your dad?
You're setting them up?
This is, dude, she's not interested in your dad.
Yeah, so that's why, you know, I haven't called yet, and it was awkward because I didn't really know what to tell her, and I was planning on, like, trying to tell her, maybe ask if she wants to go out with my dad, but that's...
Oh, dude.
I mean, good for you to be your dad's wingman, but she really liked you.
That's cool, but, like, my dad really likes her.
Oh, my God. You're sticking with this.
Okay. What kind? I mean, I don't know.
I know,
I
it's
kind of want to
awkward.
ask about your dad now. Is he like an old type dad, or is he one of those young, cool dads?
Did he have you when he was 12?
No, he's more on the younger side, and I felt like she's kind of
leans more towards the more mature side. So, he's recently single, and they just hit it off so well in the car that I just was like, maybe this is a match for them.
Nothing wrong with older men.
That.
I mean, but the thing is like she laughed at some jokes. Like that doesn't mean that a woman is attracted to someone. It just means that, I don't know, she's being polite or she thought he was funny.
I just wonder how Maggie's feeling hearing all of this.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean, Darren?
Wait, she's hearing all this?
Yeah, because I forgot to tell you she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Maggie, you there?
Oh.
Yeah. I am so, like, that is so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not into your dad.
Are you sure? Because it seems like you kind of were.
You're questioning her?
I'm so offended. I really just don't want to answer that question.
Older men are hard to meet. I mean, this is kind of an opportunity.
It's Alexis's dream.
Yeah, I'm like, wait.
It sounds like Maggie doesn't need a sugar daddy, Alexis.
No.
Each their own.
Maggie, I feel like you don't know him enough yet. Like, he's a really good guy, and I feel like, I had some time to think about it because it's been, a few weeks now, and like, I could kind of see you as my stepmom.
Oh, you did not just say that. No.
I mean,
No woman wants to hear that.
it could be a compliment, but I don't think in this situation.
No, that's not a total slam. You just seem like really cool and like almost like nurturing.
Oh my God.
That is not a sexy word.
I've never been told that.
Oh, Maggie.
He could see you driving him to soccer practice.
I feel like it could work. Is that crazy? Like, I don't know.
Yes. I just don't understand why. I mean, we had a really nice time. It was good. We had a rapport. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
No, it was really good, but I just feel like you need an older dude. And my dad's recently available. He just got divorced like 6 months ago from my mom.
Oh, wow. Your family moves on quick.
Okay, I need to go.
Yeah.
This is just too much.
I was hoping this was going to work out, though. I mean, this is what I was hoping.
Well, I was hoping it would work out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to be around. Like, I live with him, so, like, we'll still hang out and stuff.
Family dinner night.
You're going to be cooking for
It looks like Mom got the house in the divorce.
Yeah, Darren's going to be in the high chair.
Okay. I'm going to go right ahead and say I think I dodged a bullet here.
Yes, a big...
With the dad?
Oh my God, Jeffrey, do not add insult to injury.
That's so funny.
I haven't heard
Maggie?
any insults. I've just heard glowing reviews about Maggie, both from Darren and from Darren's dad.
God. No, Maggie, you're a young, vibrant woman who deserves a man your age if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
He's really good at lawn bowling if you guys want to do that together.
look at that.
There you go.
Wow.
Darren's already planning your date for
man,
you. So why don't we
Darren.
just ask Maggie? Well, actually, I'm supposed to ask Darren, but maybe I should ask Maggie. Maggie, would you like to go out on a date with Darren's dad?
No, thank you.
Maggie.
Man. Poor Darren's dad.
Oh, yeah, that's who we feel bad for in this situation.
Maggie, it's a tough dating scene out there. You might want to reconsider.
Yeah.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I gotta say, I'm really excited about today's second date update.
You look excited. You got a big smile on your face.
I
there,
am. I
buddy.
can't help it because
Why?
the girl we have on the phone says she went on an incredible date with Leo.
Oh my God.
Wait,
And
like the Leo?
I cannot wait to find out what a date with Leonardo DiCaprio is like. So, Jessica,
No, it's not.
come on, girl. Dish. Spill that tea.
Oh boy, I wish.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I wish. Come on. What's he like?
I think she's gonna crush your fantasies, Jeffrey.
So I did meet a guy named Leo on a dating app.
See, Jeff.
And it must be Leonardo DiCaprio because he's obviously on all sorts of dating apps.
He's very attractive. He's got like cute sandy brown hair.
Okay, wait, what?
Sounds like Leo to me.
So did he take you to the Mediterranean or did he take you to the Caribbean? Like, how much did he spend?
I wish I knew.
Wait, is that really what this Leo looks like?
He didn't look exactly like Leonardo DiCaprio, but his hair definitely did, and he just had like a very trustworthy look about him.
Oh man, those are the ones that you should trust least. I'm telling you.
So what did you and Leo do for your date?
So we met at a bar, and he showed up like very confident, and he was like, "Are we going to do this or what?"
Wait, can I ask though, what did he mean by do this? Like, do the date, do the deed, get drunk? Where is he at?
I think he said, like, are we going to do this, like, or are we going to do it? But I think it was a joke.
You think?
Let's hope.
Did it work on you?
Not at that time, no.
So wait, so the bar was fun, you're saying?
The bar was fun. We hung out for a while and talked about a lot of different things. There was one time where he asked me who my favorite president was.
Okay.
What?
What was
kind
your
of first date question is that?
I think it's an interesting one. What was your answer?
Of course, I said Grover Cleveland.
Duh.
Of course, yeah. He's a sexy one.
Grover.
Did you have a reason?
Yeah, I mean, Grover, like, you know, from Sesame Street, so obviously that's the one I choose.
Oh my god.
totally
You know
get
what?
you.
United States history classes have done us so good.
So we talked a lot. We got into, like, a conversation about, like, the YouTube shows that we watch.
Okay.
I told him I was really into makeup tutorials, and he didn't really get it. So I was trying to explain it to him, and he still wasn't understanding. So I decided to show him what it was all about, and I actually gave him a little mini makeup tutorial at the bar.
Wait, he let you put makeup on him?
He did. He was a good sport, and I taught him a thing or two. I put some highlight on him and showed him, like, the before and after to show that, like, it made his cheekbones pop.
Wow.
Obviously really likes you if he's letting you put makeup on.
Yeah.
Or he really likes high cheekbones, Jose, okay?
He was a believer after that.
Okay.
Oh, so he looked pretty good after you were done making him up.
Yeah, he looked great. His cheekbones popped, as I expected.
Ah.
This sounds like such a fun date. Like, you talked about interesting things, you did silly stuff. Like, why do you think he's not calling you?
Well, I don't know. Like, we even made out at the end.
With your makeup on together? Like, did your eyelashes brush against each other while you guys had a passionate embrace?
No, but my lipstick got on him. His lipstick got on me. It was, like, a little weird, but it was really cute.
Everybody else in that bar must have just been feeling like, what the heck is going on over there?
But then it's like, hey, don't judge. Don't judge. Let him have their
It does sound like a PDA train wreck, is what it sounds like. But you were both into it, so it's fine.
Yeah, but at the end, we ended up getting in separate Ubers, and then I haven't heard anything since then.
And how long ago was that?
That's a week.
Oh man, he hasn't called you back at all?
Yep, typical Leo.
Yeah.
One date and then you're probably too old for him, but I guess we'll find out for sure. We're going to play a song, and when we come back, we'll call Leo for you and get your second date update. All right, Jessica?
Thank you, guys.
Okay, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Jessica is trying to get a hold of a guy named Leo, and her date sounds like an episode straight out of Sex and the City. They went out on the town, they sipped some Mai Tais, they gave each other makeovers, and then they dished about which U.S. president they think are the most bangable.
All right, Samantha.
We got Jessica. Jessica, would you say that's an accurate description of your date?
I would say that's pretty close.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm one of the girls right now.
Yeah.
She did put some makeup on her date while they were at the bar together, and they ended up making out. But afterwards, Leo has been MIA. So we're going to give him a call right now and find out why Leo has been blowing you off.
And we didn't get to hear, what's your theory?
I don't even have a theory. I just know that I really like this guy, and he's not the same as every other guy here. And so I just really, want to have a chance with him.
Yeah.
Plus, what other guy would let me put makeup on him for like 2 hours at a bar?
Yeah, that could be the problem that we're actually dealing with here. So
maybe not into you.
we'll find out, though, okay? We're going to give him a call right now and figure out why Leo isn't talking to you, okay?
You got it.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Can I talk to Leo, please?
Speaking.
This is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Is this the Leo, perhaps?
Who are you looking for?
It's him.
It's not
Leo.
We're looking for Leo who went out on a date recently.
Not Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Well, I'm saying we're looking for Leonardo DiCaprio. If it's him, is it?
I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't even want to do this now.
He has some disappointment, but we still want to talk to you, Leo.
Leo, we're calling from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh my God, don't sound so dejected.
I'm sorry. Okay. Leo, the reason why we're calling is because you recently went on a date with a girl named Jessica, and she's trying to get a hold of you.
Okay.
He's like, what?
This is weird.
Well, obviously, you're not calling her back, and she wants to know why. She says she really liked you.
Oh. She's a nice girl. I just, didn't think there was, anything worth exploring there.
Are you serious? She described the date to us, and it honestly sounded like you guys had so much chemistry from her perspective.
Well, it was fun. She's a fun person. Yeah, she told you about the makeup stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and she said you looked soups cute.
Hey, and to applaud you for being comfortable with your own masculinity. I say kudos, okay?
No, that's not. That was fun. She's a fun person, but, we talked for a long time, and it's, on a date, you're asking yourself, can I realistically see myself with this person? And she said some stuff that made me think, no, probably not.
I don't think she realized that she said anything that would change your mind about her at all.
She didn't know that John Lennon died.
What? John Lennon?
Yeah, like from the Beatles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's not up on Beatles history.
I just feel like that's a bit, do I want to spend the whole length of a relationship filling in cultural gaps like that?
Are you kidding me? My husband doesn't even know who John Lennon is.
That's a pretty late, old cultural reference.
Yeah.
You're gonna hold that against her?
I'm like a pop culture guy. It's like my favorite thing to talk about, and if someone's that checked out on it, I just don't think that it's sustainable.
Mm-hmm. What's the real reason? What's the real reason that you're not calling her back? This is some BS. She doesn't know some dead pop star from 40 years ago? This can't be right.
Dead pop, the most famous musician of all time.
Well, that's arguable.
It'd be like not knowing Elvis died.
You could say the Beatles are really super famous, but I wouldn't say John Lennon's the most famous musician of all time.
He's the most famous Beatle, so yeah, I think I can.
Really? Paul McCartney would probably argue against you right there?
Are we really arguing right now about who was the most popular Beatle of all time? Is that what this has devolved into?
I mean, Ringo, right?
No.
No, because it's John Lennon, and everyone should know he got shot.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what you want us to tell her. That's why you're not calling her back.
You can tell her whatever you want to tell her. I just think it's crazy that she didn't know that. I mean, she says she was too young and wasn't around, but I wasn't around when JFK got shot. I know that happened.
Okay.
He has a point.
I don't know that they're the exact same thing, though, right?
It was pretty close.
Okay. A president being assassinated and John Lennon being assassinated. I mean,
both American leaders, Brooke.
Both big hits on peace, world peace, but not in the same way.
Look, you're all coming after me, but you all know that John Lennon got shot. Doesn't that say something?
I mean, you reminded me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you hear that, Jessica? John Lennon getting shot is the reason that Leo has zero interest in dating you. So how does that make you feel?
Leo, are you freaking serious? You're not calling me back because of stupid John Lennon?
They didn't tell me you were on the phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, my God.
I'm crazy, and I don't know what I'm talking about because I forgot how this cultural reference works for this show. We don't tell people
terrible.
that the other person's on the line listening. So Jessica's actually been listening to this entire conversation, Leo.
I don't believe it.
You're being so judgmental. Like, not everyone my age is going to know facts like that. You might not know that the Notorious B.I.G. died.
Yeah, I know Notorious B.I.G. died. I know Tupac died. I know...
Whoa, wait. First of all, that is, like, not for sure. There's a little controversy behind that. He could still very well be alive.
Oh, yeah. You guys, I think you're missing the point here. You had fun with Jessica, Leo.
Yeah, it was fun. Jessica, okay, you're perfectly nice. You're a catch. I just don't think we're compatible, all right?
Oh. So you need, like, you're looking for a partner that just has, like, a whole list of dead celebrities in their brain. That's what you want? Like, why didn't you just put that on your Tinder
that's
profile?
a weird way to put it, but yeah, I am looking for someone who's, like, plugged into the culture and the lexicon and, like, knows important information about who died when, yeah.
The lexicon? I don't even know who that is.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Leo, I think you should give her another shot. Listen, my husband knows nothing about pop culture. He couldn't even tell you who was in the Beatles, right? If we're going to go back to Beatles. Wow. Let alone could he tell you when B.I.G. got shot, you know? Like, and it works. It works for us. We can have different interests and still be in love. That's okay.
Yeah, Leo, you guys have nothing in common, so let's see if you're willing to go out with her on a date. Would you be willing to give Jessica a second chance? We will pay for a second date for you guys.
Absolutely not. And Jessica, just FYI, Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney are still alive, so maybe just jot that down.
Write it down.
That's fine. I didn't want to go out again with you anyway. Obviously, you're way older than I thought.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That was a Beatles burn.
Sorry, Jessica, no second date, but you know who also is still alive? Leonardo DiCaprio. And I really wish that Leonardo DiCaprio had answered this call. Maybe somebody else will come in with...
He would have known about the Beatles.
He would have known. We got a text into 78592 that says, I thought John Lennon was a Russian dictator.
That was Stalin.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
No, there was a Lennon.
Yeah, that's Vladimir Lenin, I think.
No, what's Lennon's first name?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Vladimir.
You think so?
I'm pretty good about my Russian history.
And we're all
Vladimir Lenin. You're right.
Vladimir Lenin.
Good job.
And the Bolsheviks.
Good job.
Why are we talking?
It's all that matters is Russian history at this point.
All right, that was great.
Yeah,
guys.
why are we talking about Lenins right now? It's because Jessica and Leo had an instant connection during their date, but Jessica didn't know that John Lennon from the Beatles had died. And apparently that was a really big deal to Leo, and he said, I'm not calling a girl back that doesn't know about John Lennon.
I mean, pop culture icon. You got to know when all of them are dead.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah. It's weird to all of us.
Yeah.
And Jessica thought it was definitely strange to get rejected for not knowing when a specific celebrity had died decades ago. But that's a big deal to Leo, and he thought that she's just too out of touch with current events. You know, put quotes around current.
Maybe he needs to go out with you. You're the one with all the Lennon knowledge.
I guess so.
In this place, Jeffrey.
Actually, you know what? I have his number, so I think after this, I'm going to give him a call.
Talk about celeb death.
You can talk Lennons all day. I'll show you my Lennon.
Yeah, Leo, get ready for me. Remember, if you want a second date update, you can always email our show or go to our website, brookandjubalradio.com. Shoot us a message, and we'll call the person who's not calling you back.
With currently no NBA, NHL, or MLB, you might think there's nothing to bet on. Well, you'd be wrong. Our exclusive partner BetOnline still have hundreds of events, games, and props to wager on. From their online casino to poker and blackjack, as they are bringing the Vegas to you. Missing the NFL? No problem. BetOnline has live daily Madden NFL 20 simulations you can wager on. If you're into entertainment betting, you can still bet on Survivor, Big Brother, American Idol, stock prices, and even the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. All open 24 hours a day and all online. Visit the website or use the mobile device and join today to receive your new welcome bonus. BetOnline, your online wagering solution. Visit our good friends and exclusive partner at BetOnline to take advantage of the best bonuses in the business. Sign up for a free account and make sure to use that promo code PODCAST1 for your sign-up bonus. Visit betonline.ag and don't forget that promo code PODCAST1 for your sign-up bonus. BetOnline, your online sportsbook expert.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Whenever you see a guy out at a bar alone hitting on girls, it can go one of two ways. Either he's incredibly creepy and he's the guy at the bar that nobody wants to talk to, or he's very confident and it seems to work for him.
I usually think the first is
Yeah.
normally true.
Definitely
but...
usually the first one.
Okay.
Well, Matt, who's on the phone for a second date update today, was the alone guy in a bar.
Oh.
So that leads me to ask the question, Matt, which one are you? Are you incredibly creepy or are you confident? How'd that work?
I don't think it has to be on either side. I think, okay, if I had to pick one, I'd say confident.
Yeah, I bet
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Creepy people always are unaware.
But let me explain, though.
Yeah.
So why were you at a bar alone hitting on chicks?
I just moved to my new apartment. I just got a new job. I got a new place. So I don't have any friends here yet. That doesn't make me creepy. So I thought, let me go out to the bar, check out the scene.
Okay.
So when I go out, I have to make friends there and see how the scene is going. And if I like how a girl is looking, I'm confident in my ability to go talk to her.
All right.
Are you a line dropper, Matt?
I don't think I'm a line dropper. I think I just keep it real.
Okay.
Just a normal conversation, you know.
So you went to the bar alone out of necessity, not because you didn't have anybody who would hang out with you.
When you put it like that, it sounds different.
I read your email, and your email just said, I was at the bar by myself, and then I met this girl. So what's her name?
Her name was Kelly.
Kelly, all right. And how did you meet Kelly?
Well, I saw her at the bar, and first thing I'm attracted to her. I was really attracted to her. You know, she had a nice. I'm not gonna lie. It got my attention, so I went up to her. I introduced myself, and she was really liking me. We had a good deep combo. She seemed like a really down to earth girl, and eventually, you know, things happened, and she came back to my apartment.
Wow, she came back with you that night.
Yeah, she came back with me that night, and you know, some stuff happened. How about that? I'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Some stuff happened, and I've been trying to get in contact with her. So, you know, when she was leaving, I waited for her with the taxi and everything. Everything was going fine. I even gave her a good night kiss. I thought everything was perfect.
Wait, she didn't spend the night? She just came over for a little while, some things happened, and then she left that night?
Yeah, she left that night. I don't know whether it was my new apartment that scared her.
Oh yeah, those are scary.
Your new apartment that scared her? What do you have in your apartment?
Because just boxes everywhere. I haven't really, you know, settled in yet and made it my home.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
She thinks you're a squatter.
Yeah. Or you're like, I haven't put away all my dungeon toys yet. You know, very scary stuff.
No, it was just I have boxes everywhere, empty beer bottles on the floor because I don't have my garbage yet. So only thing that was up was my TV and the couch, and she noticed, you know, everything else was messy, and I didn't really clean much.
All right, so it looks kind of like you're living in a crack den, sort of.
No, not at all.
Does it smell okay?
It smells good. It smells fine, unless I adjusted to it.
So what did she say when she left?
Well, we were sitting on the couch and kissing, and all of a sudden she backed off and said she has to go to work early. And I didn't know where that came from because we were having such a good time, and I would have loved if she stayed.
Was it late?
It was late. It was about 2 a.m.
Okay.
Now.
That's not too bad. I mean, if you haven't started doing the other stuff yet, you might be like, well, I don't want to be up until like 4 or 5 in the morning when I have to work the next day.
That's true. I wish it got there.
I mean, is there a chance that maybe she sobered up and realized, I don't know, you weren't as good looking as she thought in the bar, or it happens.
Well, I don't like to think of myself as an ugly guy. I think of myself as handsome, so I hope that's not it.
Yeah, and have you tried to get a hold of her since that night?
Yeah, I texted her the next day, actually, just a regular, hey, what's up, and she has not responded to me.
At all?
At all.
And what was the last thing that she said to you?
The last thing she said to me was goodbye.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if she sounded like she wanted to see you again, or did it feel like, hey, this is kind of like fun that we met and then messed around, but I don't want to have anything to do with you?
She gave me the vibe that she would actually talk to me again. That's what hurts.
So what do you think it is then?
I think it was my apartment. I think I should have cleaned up more. Okay. Maybe that would have helped.
Yeah, but if you just moved apartments, I mean, you'd think she would understand if there's boxes and stuff everywhere.
That's what I thought. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I really want to know.
And why do you want to get a hold of her so bad? I mean, you see a relationship with this girl, or you just want to finish what you guys started?
I just moved, so I'm just looking for people to hang out with, and I would love to hang out with her. She's my first friend I met at my new
Aww.
First friend.
Sweet, Matt.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, if you're just tuning in for today's second date update, let me set the scene for you. Matt is on the phone right now, and Matt went out to a bar all by himself. Ended up finding an innocent girl named Kelly and somehow convinced her to go back to his place. A place that is littered with boxes, beer bottles. A very, very scary place. And while they were making out, doing stuff on the couch, at some point, she must have looked at a clock and realized it was getting late and said she had to leave. Okay, maybe it wasn't as creepy as I made it sound. But Matt is on the phone, and Matt went out to the bars because he just moved into his apartment, wanted to check out the scene around his house, and ended up meeting a girl there. He thinks the reason she's not calling him back is because his place is a mess because he just moved in. Matt, are you ready to call her and see if that is the reason that she's not getting back to you?
Yes, I am.
All right.
And have you cleaned up your place and actually unpacked your boxes so if she does actually want to hang out again, she's not going to run into that mess?
Well, it wasn't as creepy as you just made it sound. It's a little bit better now.
Okay, so you got it all cleaned up.
Yeah.
All right.
For the most part, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can find out why she isn't getting back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kelly, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Well, somebody recently sent us an email about you, and I wanted to see if you had a few minutes to talk to us.
Someone sent you an email about me?
Yes.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then stop talking to them, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
So someone I dated emailed you. Who was it?
His name is Matt. And I wouldn't say that you guys necessarily dated, but you did meet one evening and go back to his place and mess around a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah. Yep, we know that. We know. So we talked to Matt a little bit after we got his email, and he told us sort of how you guys met, but he's confused why you're not calling him back. He asked us to get you on the phone and find out. That way he knows if he did something wrong.
So he asked you, whatever. He reached out to find out.
Yes. And as we tell everybody who does these things, they're fully prepared to hear anything that you have to say.
Really?
I'll tell you what he thinks it is, okay? And then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. He thinks it's because his place wasn't ready, and he had boxes everywhere, and he said that he didn't have his trash set up, so there was beer cans, and so he feels like you might have thought his place was gross.
I mean, well, he did look kind of extra homeless in there.
So is that it?
I mean, no. I mean, I understand he was moving, but I mean, it was dirty. I get it.
Okay.
No.
It sounds like everything was fine, and you guys had chemistry and liked each other.
I mean, we did up until a certain point.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? It sounds like you think something is funny.
I have to know.
Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, here we go.
I'm excited to hear this.
So we're there at his place, kind of having a little, make-out situation happening, and he just stops, abruptly just stops. And I'm looking because I'm trying to figure out, what happened? Did something fall? Or, what's wrong? And he says, hold on, I want to make it all nice for you. And I'm totally confused because I'm like, what, is he going to go make up a bed somewhere? No, this guy says, I want to make it all nice for you, and starts pointing down.
What is... Like he wants to put a bow on it?
I was just like, it was just so weird. And so he just hops up and, like, jogs into the bathroom. And I'm sitting there waiting, like, so I hear clippers and stuff.
He's manscaping. All right.
Oh, my gosh.
So he stopped your makeout session to get up and go trim his area.
The edges.
Yeah.
I guess so. He didn't come out with a new haircut, so I guess so.
What did you say to him when he came out of the bathroom?
I just said, oh, look at that. It's late. I got to go to bed.
I don't blame you.
That's interesting. I've never been in the situation where I'm making out with someone and been like, I mean, I've been where I'm like, oh man, I'm not the best down there right now, but I've never thought this is the appropriate time for me to stop and then go manscape right now. Yeah, or you keep it quiet.
Here's the thing, though. Not when she's, like, in the waiting room. Like, she's there.
That's true. Did he actually say the words, let me make it nice for you, before he did it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder if he's tried that before and it's worked. Oh, God. I'd love to ask him that. Kelly, aren't you curious?
No, not really.
That's too bad, because he's actually on the other line listening right now.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Like, that's really why?
I'm sorry. I mean, but that was really weird. I mean, who says that?
It's not that weird. What's wrong with me making sure I'm good for you? I'm looking out for you. I did it for you.
Well, not when I'm standing there ready to go.
I just figured you would appreciate that. I mean, do you like it messy?
In the future, when you're making out with a girl, don't stop her to go get your manscape off.
I normally take care of it, but I've been so busy with moving.
I hate that when I'm busy with other things and then don't have time to manscape. Why not just tough it out at that point and go, all right, this girl, we're going to do stuff. It's not the best right now, but just go ahead and power through.
Jubal, if that's how you think, you obviously don't get many girls.
Or no, maybe you're right. I just am all, hey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
No, I was moving. I didn't even expect to meet a girl, and Kelly shows up just ready to go.
But, I mean, Matt, think about it. If the tables were turned and Kelly said, just wait a minute, and you heard a razor go in and 5 minutes, like...
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, and you know what, Matt? I actually really would, too. Honestly, I really would. Yeah, if a girl was like, hang on, I'm going to go take care of some things and I'll be back. As a guy, I would think that would be great.
Yes.
See, that's what I mean. I was just trying to be respectful. Kelly, maybe the timing wasn't the best, but you got to admit, it was a nice gesture. And if you think about it, it's kind of thoughtful.
It really actually is.
It's like flowers, really.
He comes back out, shows her, she's like, oh,
yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
And it's in the shape of a heart.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I'm not that talented.
I mean, you guys wanted me to be honest.
Yeah,
so
no.
I just figured I would tell you what happened.
Thank you very much for being honest. It's an amazing story. I would like to ask if you will go on a second date with Matt, though. I will pay for it.
He'll be ready.
Yeah, trust me. Matt, before you go on a date with Kelly, would you be manscaped before, right, if you knew it was a date?
Everything is done. I manscaped and my apartment is clean.
Oh, my God.
There you go, Kelly. You heard that. He's all ready to go. His apartment is clean. Everything is clean.
Oh, gross.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but okay.
You'll do it? You'll go out with him again.
I will give him one more chance.
Honestly, I'm excited. I think we
Hey, we've already had too much information here, Matt. I don't need to know all that,
okay? Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I was a liar.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Lily is on the phone with us right now, and Lily did something that most women can only dream of.
Really?
Yes.
Good for Lily.
Lily went on a date with an actual, real-life male model.
Ooh, get it, Lily.
Hey, Lily, what's up? How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on.
No problem. Thanks for your email. So you want us to call a guy named Mark, and in your email you said Mark is a male model.
Yeah, like a real model.
Like a real one. Like
what is he
not just a guy with a camera who describes himself as a model.
Or the people I used to work with at a certain retailer, which would call themselves models.
Yeah.
Does he have like legit like photo spreads and stuff?
Yeah, he's got like a huge book of his work. I saw some of it. He's so hot. And he's been like an online spread.
Did he bring that on, Lily, did he bring that on the date?
No. I saw it at his place.
It just accidentally slipped out of his bag or something.
Yeah.
She has
Oh, sorry about that. I just dropped my modeling portfolio. Oh, weird. It like opened up to the one where I was doing like a firefighter spread. I don't even like the way my abs look in that one anyway. Let's move on to another one. So you said you saw it at his house.
Yeah,
Was that before you guys went out, or was that at the end of the night?
that was at the end of the night.
Oh, Lily,
Nice,
this
Lily.
is a good date. Where did you meet him again?
I met him through a work friend. She was like, "You should meet my friend. He's so cute."
All right. So we know how the date ended, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How did the rest of the date go? What did you guys actually do?
It was so good. We went to this like dinner and we talked, and he's like so hot. His biceps are like the size of cantaloupes.
Lily, was there? I mean, did you have a connection with him besides a physical attraction?
No, we did. Like, we talked a lot about stuff. He was just, like, really polite and, like, asked me questions about myself and, like, seemed like he was listening.
Did he only eat a salad because he couldn't take in that many calories?
He had salmon. He was just so sweet. And he told me about his childhood dog and how he, like, misses her all the time because he doesn't see her. And I thought that was really cute.
Oh, gosh.
It sounds like Mark could have said anything to you, and you would have thought he was just adorable.
I don't want to say yes to that, but
But
he's
I'm right.
really hot.
But he's really hot.
And, like, he's really smart. He went to college, like, finished college, and then he's, like, finished, and he's so cute and funny.
So he's the full package.
He's so smart.
He's a male model, and he also is intelligent.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
No, you can't. I really
It's
can't.
hard.
I've met a lot of male models. I've met a lot of models in general. Usually not the smartest people. They don't need to be. They get everything in life. But you ended up going back to his house, so I'm assuming the date went well.
It did go well, but it's not what you think. We just went back and, like, fooled around a little bit. Like, I didn't go all the way with him.
You didn't stay the night, is what
Just
you're saying.
rounded a couple bases.
I didn't stay the full night. I left at, like, 3 a.m., and I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if that's what maybe he didn't like. I thought that guys didn't respect girls that, like, went all the way on the first day, so...
Well, he's a model. He's probably not used to that. That's probably why he's not calling you back like, obviously she's not into me.
What did you say to end it at 3 a.m.?
I just said, like, I really had fun, and I don't want to take this too far right away, and I really like you. So call me. Bye.
And what was his response to that?
He was like, okay, I'll call you, and I had a good time.
You mentioned in your email to us that you just got out of a long relationship. Did you bring that up on the date, or did it ever come up?
I mean, I mentioned it, yeah.
But
Did you mention it a lot, though?
I don't think I mentioned it a lot, but
Okay.
maybe I told him his name and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you texted with him or called him at all?
I've called him a few times, and I've sent him a few texts, but he hasn't responded.
At
and
all?
It's been like 2 weeks, and I really want your help.
He might have just moved on to the next one. I mean, he's a model, right?
Who knows? Yeah.
No.
No. All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you just tuned into the second date update, Lily went on a date with a male model named Mark. Lily liked him a lot for more than just his looks, right, Lily?
Yes, more than that.
Okay,
It's
sort of.
questionable. Yeah.
The reason I said it was because they went back to his house. They made out for a while, but she didn't go all the way with him and then left at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Said, we should totally hang out again. He agreed, but he hasn't called her or texted her. It's been about 2 weeks. We're about to call and get him on the line right now and see if she did something wrong. That's honestly, though, I think that if he's a male model and he's as great as you say, he's probably not used to girls turning him down. You may have shocked him, and maybe he doesn't even think you're into him.
I hope not. I'm super into him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to tell him.
You didn't like objectify him the entire date, right? You weren't like, oh, I love your biceps. Oh, I love your abs.
No, I think I kept it mostly in my head.
Okay.
Mostly.
Mostly. Well, and think about this, Lily. You said earlier that you've dated a lot of douchebags before, and you want us to call a male model right now. I'm assuming you're probably pretty attractive as well.
I mean, I think I'm cute.
Yeah, you are. If you weren't, you'd be like, hell yeah, I'm great. I look bomb. Those are the girls that never look good, but girls that go like, I think I'm okay, are always the hot ones. So, all right, Lily, we're about to call Mark and see if we can get him on the phone and ask him if you did something wrong on your date, okay?
Okay, I'm so excited.
You are adorable.
Here we go.
Hey, this is Mark.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm okay. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Am I on the radio right now?
You are. How are you?
I'm good, man. What can I help you guys with?
Oh, we were just looking for a male model, and somebody gave me your number. We need some modeling work done for the radio station.
You got a pen and a piece of paper? I can give you my agent's number.
I prefer to call you directly because I need you to come in, take some photos with just me, and then let you know if you're the right guy for the job. Are you okay with that?
Doesn't work like that. I have a website through my management company if you want to go and
No, I've been
pictures. I'm sure you'll be happy with it.
I've been to your website. I spent a lot of time on it, Mark, and I want to meet you.
Now you're getting creepy.
Hey, Mark, I'm actually calling you because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, but you haven't been calling her back, and she wants a second date, and they wanted us to get a hold of you.
Uh-huh.
Her name is Lily.
Look, I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. You know what I mean? I want to be sensitive to her feelings and all that stuff.
Yeah, but Lily wanted us to call you. So really, honestly, like, if it hurts her feelings, that's her bad.
Look, I know exactly what I got going for me, and I know what my weaknesses are, okay?
What your weaknesses
The
are.
problem is that sometimes I go out with girls, they find out I'm a model, and they're just super into it. And that's not my thing, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to roll with me and just be okay with the fact that, like, I'm a really good-looking dude. It's just, you got to get over it.
You know what, Mark? Hey, man, we are like brothers right now. I feel the same way all the time. It's just like, hey, you got to understand, right?
Right, stop talking
So-
about it. We get it.
You think that she's only into you because you're a model?
From the second I told her that I was a model, she wanted to see pictures of me. She, like, the whole time we were at dinner, she was Googling me.
Oh.
Wait, Mark, she Googled you at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Did you tell her, Mark, were you honest with her? You're like, come on, that's not what this is about right now. Because she said really nice things about you, like about how smart you were and that you went to college.
I know I'm a smart guy. I know I'm a good conversationalist. I know I'm really good looking. I know that girls like to think that, like, they're going to have this piece of candy on their arm. Sometimes it bothers me when girls get fixated on that.
But Mark, if you weren't attracted to her, why did you bring her back to your house?
Well, I mean, that's different.
You're still a guy.
You didn't say
Hey,
you
you
wasn't
might be
attracted to her.
Yeah, you might be a smart, good-looking, funny, great conversationalist, but at the end of the day, you're still a dude, and sometimes dudes will do what we do.
You got to do what you got to do.
There it is.
So the next day, I woke up, and I had, like, I don't know how many notifications. She had gone through, I have, like, 1,000 pictures on Facebook, okay?
Uh-huh.
She had gone through and liked every one of them.
Oh, no.
All right.
You can't do that.
That is a little much.
You can't do that to anybody, not even a model.
Especially if you like somebody's picture from like 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's the
All of a sudden it
worst.
shows how much you were stalking their profile. Mark, if you could say anything to Lily right now, what would you say to her?
Relax. It's all good. You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay. Hey, Mark.
Oh, gosh.
Lily is actually on the phone and heard what you just said.
Relax. It's all good. What does that even mean, Mark?
Oh, my God. You guys, seriously?
Whoops.
What is the big deal? So I liked some of your Facebook posts. You're going to call me out for that and make me sound like a stalker because I was, like, interested in you and I Google searched you? Like, that's not a crime.
Look, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, okay? You got them to call me and ask me.
Yeah, well, you did hurt my feelings because I thought we were, like, having a serious connection, and you just made me sound like some kind of crazy girl who followed you home or something. We had a great date.
Look, I don't think you're crazy.
You're making me sound like
all
this
right?
nutcase.
I don't think there's any kind of imbalance going on. I just don't think you can handle the heat. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like... you gotta be able to stand up to it.
That is awesome, Mark.
He's great, dude.
Lily, can you handle the heat? Or was the heat too much for you?
Get out of the kitchen.
You were not too much for me. I'm sorry if I liked too much stuff, but me showing interest in your modeling is just me showing interest in what you've got going on, which is modeling.
Okay, just come on. You were a little fixated on it. You got to be able to admit that.
Well, you didn't exactly push me off of that, by the way. I asked you to model for me, and you made your pecs do a little dance and flexed your bicep. So don't act like you're like, oh, I hate that you asked me to show off my modeling stuff. You enjoy it.
Of course I enjoy it. It's what I do. I'm good at it.
Mark, let me ask you a question. Do you tend to fall for girls who don't really care about you as much or act like they don't care about what you do?
No, man, they always care about me.
Okay. So no matter what, you just think they're all too into you. All right, Mark.
Lily, did Mark come off this arrogant on
I'm not
your date?
arrogant. You guys misunderstand me. I'm just extremely confident. I know what I got.
But
Hey, Jubal, you want me to change your life, bro?
Sure.
Come out on a date with me, bro.
Oh, maybe that's why you're not getting a call back, Lily. Mark, I'll absolutely go out with you. Hey,
you better say
yeah,
yes.
right?
At least we made some kind of love connection today.
I was about to ask if you'd go on a second date with Lily, Mark. I will pay for it. Now I'm not sure if I should do that because I kind of want to go out with you. But, Mark, will you go out with Lily again? We'll pay for a second date. I know Lily wants to go out with you again.
Come on, Mark, please.
She's begging you.
Jeez. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll keep it low-key, you know?
What does keep it low key mean?
We can go out, we can hook up,
Okay.
There it is.
That's what it is. Lily, are you okay with that?
Yep, I sure am.
All right, well, we'll send you guys out somewhere. I don't know. I'll find a hotel off of Aurora
Oh, yeah, classy
downtown to put you guys up in for the evening
Nice and
for your
low-key.
second date. Keep it nice and low key.
Yeah.
I got like $70. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Jubal.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Charity events are great places to meet people when you're volunteering there. I've met the last couple girls that I've gone on dates with at charity events.
Really?
Yeah, when I was volunteering at a couple of senior citizens' homes, doing some stuff there. And let me tell you, those ladies are just sweethearts.
Edna, your last girlfriend.
And experienced and stuff.
Oh, gross.
I love them. Anyway, that's where Tim, who's on the phone with us today, met the girl that he wants to call. Apparently he met her at some sort of church charity event, Tim?
Yeah, I was down there. I'm basically doing the heavy lifting, doing all the folding chairs and some of the tables.
Okay.
And did you plan? I mean, some guys go to charity events with the intention of meeting a girl, or were you actually doing something out of the kindness of your heart?
Well, I mean, I was there. I stay in pretty good shape, so I'm pretty physically fit. So I was there to do chairs and tables. But that being said...
So you use the charity event as a way to work out?
It's called a gym,
Yeah. I mean, it's not my workout. I work out in the morning, but I was doing it as a favor,
Yeah.
But my blinders were open. I mean, if there was a girl there, I'm going to meet her.
Still don't really have an answer to the question other than the fact that you just wanted to brag about how in shape you were. Were you there to meet women or were you there to help with the charity and then you happened to meet a woman?
The second one.
Second. Okay.
There we go. Clear answer.
What is her name?
Her name's Allison.
Allison. All right. And how did you meet Allison? Did she walk up to you and was like, oh, wow, look at all the heavy lifting you're doing. I've never seen a man lift 17 chairs at once.
I can't do 17. I didn't do 17, but she was direct. She was standing by the chairs, and then I'd come over and pick a couple up, and then she'd tell me where to go. She'd say, like, put those 5 over there.
So she was directing where to put the chairs and things like that. Did you ask her out or did she ask you out?
I'd say that's open to interpretation, but she was doing a lot of direct eye contact, so I took that as an opportunity to, say we should catch up sometime.
Okay.
Because whenever a woman looks at you, it's basically like her asking you out.
So she made direct eye contact, and because you're a dude, you were like, I need to ask her out, and then you asked her out?
Well, I set you up for hanging out sometime, so yeah, I guess so.
That is asking her out. That's exactly what you did.
You are a man of romantic words.
What did you guys do when you actually went out?
Well, she invited me over after the charity event.
Oh, nice.
And,
wow, she must
Oh
have
my
really
God.
wanted to thank you for your work.
What if she just wanted to make some lunch and talk to him? Like, that is a possibility here.
I don't know. She also made eye contact.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, by that time it was pretty late, so she said, you just come over and chill out and, take a load off. I've been on my feet all day, so I said, all right, maybe watch a movie or something.
Did you feel like that was an invite to come back to do more than watch a movie? Because I would have.
Of course you would have.
I think almost any dude would have.
I know. I will say movie is usually code for other things.
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I just try and put one foot in front of the other. I don't want to get too far ahead, so I just said, okay. I was just interested really kind of hanging out and talking and getting to know her a bit better.
And that's your date, right? Your date was just when you guys went back to her house to watch the movie.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And did you guys kiss? Anything romantic happen?
No, the closest we got to any romance is kind of towards the end of the movie. It was getting late. I said, I got to go. And she said, well, you can sleep here if you want. And I said, okay. And then she said, no funny business. I said, none expected. And then we fell asleep on the couch. We was holding hands when we fell asleep.
All right.
That's
a little bit of hand holding. Nice. I hope you were protected. I hope you wore gloves.
Yeah, we were protected.
All right. Good. So did you sleep there all night?
I did. I woke up. The sun came up. It kind of made the room all bright. And I woke up and I said, good morning. And we were fully clothed.
Uh-huh.
I think I said, let's get some coffee or something. But she just kind of stood up and she looked at me and then she just turned around and walked into her bedroom and closed the door.
What?
Whoa.
So she woke up and seemed angry at you.
Yeah.
Did she say anything about it at all?
I actually thought maybe it was a game or something.
Did you talk to her at all in this time? It sounds strange that she would wake up and seem angry at you for no reason.
I mean, she was in her bedroom. I didn't know what to do, so I went into the kitchen and I waited for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stood around. I mean, I stood around for 20 minutes. I waited for her. And then she came out, and I said, hey, what's up? I said, coffee? And she just said, you need to leave right now.
Whoa. Oh, she was still mad. She was, still angry.
Yeah, she looked like she had seen a ghost or something. She was angry.
So you know for a fact that she's not happy with you about something.
She essentially kicked me out, but I have no idea why. I mean, I didn't do anything inappropriate. I was a gentleman. I always am. I never was forward or aggressive or anything. So I think there's just some confusion here or something.
Okay, you're not leaving anything out of your story. You guys got to her place, fell asleep watching a movie, holding hands, and that's it.
I mean, nothing else happened. I am telling you everything.
Okay.
I really had no idea what was wrong.
All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, if you're just tuning in for the second part of today's second date update, Tim is on the phone with us. He met a girl named Allison at a little charity function. They ended up actually going back to her house that night because I guess it was late, and she was like, don't worry about driving. We can totally hang out. Come over and watch a movie. And according to him, that's all that happened is they watched a movie, they fell asleep holding hands, woke up the next morning, and she was like angry at him for some reason. She wouldn't talk to him. She finally talked to him about 20 minutes later after she had gone to her room, and she told him to leave. And that's the last that he's heard from her. All right, Tim, we're about to call her. If I get her on the phone and I ask her if something strange happened, because you swore to me that nothing else happened other than you guys fell asleep holding hands and that was it. If she tells me she woke up and you guys were still holding hands, but somehow you were in her clothes and she was in your clothes, I'm going to hang up on you right there because that is weird. Okay?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
And I never asked you, what did you like so much about Allison before she became angry?
She's just really nice. I mean, she's chill and she's cool.
All right. And you'd like to see her again?
Yeah, I want to see her again as long as she doesn't hate me, or at least she can explain to me why she hates me.
Yeah. It's always at least nice to know why somebody hates you. All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
This is she.
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Like the radio show?
Yeah, exactly like the radio show.
Hey.
How are you?
What's up?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking. We're just calling listeners in the local area to see
He's a liar.
what their favorite part of the show is this morning. Can you tell me what you like about the show the most?
I mean, you, of course.
Oh,
Good
thank you.
All
Very
right,
good
Allison.
answer.
That
Very,
is a bunch
very
of
good
crap.
answer. Actually, Allison, any idea why I might be calling you?
I have no idea.
Well, have you heard the second date updates before?
I think so. I normally listen to the phone taps.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, you are about to be the star of a second date update because you recently went out on a date with somebody and you're not calling them back and they want us to get a hold of you.
Oh.
His name is Tim. You met him at a charity function and ended up actually sleeping with him first night that you met him, which I think is...
What? No. No.
Don't worry.
I know. No, don't
Calm
worry,
down,
Allison. Tim told us that you guys didn't sleep together. He said that he did fall asleep next to you, like on the couch holding hands while watching a movie, though.
I'm sorry. This is just really weird that you guys, know all of this. I mean, it wasn't even a date. It was like I met him, and then, we hung out.
Right. Well, we talked to Tim because he emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why you...
Why?
Well, he said you seemed really upset at him the next morning, and he also wanted to see why you're not responding to any of his phone calls or text messages or anything.
Did you not, think it was a date when he was coming over, like you just wanted to be his friend or something?
No, I mean, it wasn't an official date, but it was just let's get to know each other. But I just realized that I don't think he's the one for me, and I would just rather not keep going there.
According to him, and you tell me if he's lying, he said that he woke up next to you, you seemed mad, you went in your room, stayed there for 20 minutes, and then when you finally came out, you told him to leave.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
So that sounds like you're legitimately angry with the guy. Right now, it doesn't sound like you hate him or anything, but what could have happened to make you so mad in the morning?
I'm not angry at him. It's complicated. I knew he wouldn't understand, and so it was just easier to not even go there.
Can you tell us so that you can give us a little bit of an understanding?
And to be honest, I got a sign. It was just one of those things I knew.
A sign?
What sort of sign?
I don't expect you to understand, and I didn't expect him to understand, which is why I didn't even want to go into this. But I had a vision.
What do you mean? A dream?
What?
Yeah, I guess you could call it a dream. And Tim was in it, and he was he was after me. He had this huge samurai sword, and he was running after me, and he was chasing me. So I was running away.
What?
And are you seriously laughing at this?
I'm sorry. It's a little weird.
You know what?
You said, listen, we're not making fun of you for it. You even said we probably won't understand it, and I don't really understand why it would scare you enough to have a dream like that to not talk to somebody. So can you explain to me why a dream would make you feel that way in the morning?
I mean, it felt like it was one of those things. It was a sign, that God was warning me that this wasn't a good relationship. If you just meet somebody and you don't really know anything about them, and then they're in your dream and they're chasing you with a samurai sword, and at the end, I woke up when he stabbed me.
Yeah, but
Okay.
dreams mean all sorts of weird things. Like
You sometimes just get a gut feeling with things, and I have learned to trust my gut feeling, and I woke up from that, I haven't had a nightmare like that in a really long time.
So were you mad at him in the morning, or were you scared of him? Is that why you went to your room?
It was a really scary dream. I haven't had a dream like that in a while, and it's not like, oh, I had a nightmare, comfort me. Like, he was the one who was the nightmare, and I needed some space.
But did he do anything at all in the awake world that was an indication of him being mean?
No, but, you hear those stories of people who seem to be really nice and then end up crazy, and I feel like that
Allison,
was...
I talked to him a little bit. He sounds like a weirdo to me. So
He does not.
I think maybe your gut was. I think your gut was right on that one. I'm going to tell you, I support you. Okay.
I don't feel like you're taking this very seriously.
No, I'm taking. Hey, listen, this is the way that you feel. I might not understand it because a dream has never scared me so much to not talk to somebody. But if that's the way you feel, that's important. Okay. And it scared you enough to not talk to him again. I'm just trying to get some clarification.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't call him. So you can tell him, and
Okay.
yeah.
Would you like to talk to him about it?
No, that's why I haven't called him back or responded to his text. I think it's better if we just don't talk.
Okay. Well, he is on the other line and would like to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Tim is actually listening on the other line right now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward. I'm paying for a crime that I didn't commit. Come on. What if I was trying to protect you in the dream? Do you think of it that way?
You stabbed me.
That is, yeah. That's
gosh.
maybe. I don't know how that's protecting her, Tim. Stabbing her with was it a samurai sword? You said.
It was a samurai sword.
This is ridiculous. This is so unfair.
I'm sure you're a great guy. I'm sure you probably wouldn't actually stab anybody, but there's a reason I didn't call you back.
Okay, Allison, hold on. We spent about 10, 11 hours together in real life, in real time, and we had a great time. Then you have probably, I don't know, a 20 to 25-minute dream about me running around with some sword, and you're going to take 25 minutes of dream world versus 11 hours of real time? You got to give me a chance.
It's true.
It wasn't just a dream, Tim. I think that there was something prophetic to it. There was something, I feel like it was a sign. It's not just a scary dream. I feel like it means that we're not supposed to be together.
He just seems so nice. How many guys will just hold your hand while you fall asleep and not try anything?
And that's exactly what people say about guys who will stab you with a samurai sword.
Come on.
It's better to listen to your gut, Allison. Trust me, okay? You don't want to be another statistic.
Allison, how about this? Is there someone else in your life trying to hurt you? Because I can help you with that.
There is nobody. I'm not some traumatized little girl, okay? I had a dream. It freaked me out. I don't want to date you. It's that simple.
Now that brings me to my question, Allison. Would you like to go on a second date? Okay. You didn't even let me finish. I was going to offer to pay for it. What if it's a nice Asian restaurant? Chinese or Japanese, something like that.
You know what? You guys have already made fun of me. Enough of this. I got to go.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Tim, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, man.
Tim, stop stabbing girls with samurai swords in their sleep, man.